Welcome to Game Night Live. WJBF Sports presents local high school football live in your living room each Friday night. Game Night Live is powered by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And now, your hosts, John Hart and Ashley Brown.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight, there you see the crowd. We're getting set for another exciting Game Night Live. Unfortunately, John couldn't be with us tonight. Ashley Brown with you, and in the booth with me is Nathan Edwards as we get set for a rivalry matchup in the Palmetto State. We've got the North Augusta Yellow Jackets off to a struggling start a bit. They're 1-4 on the season, and they are playing here tonight at Strom Thurmond. Great venue for football where the Rebels boast a record of 2-2. And Nathan, like I said, a couple of teams that maybe got off to rough starts looking to right the ship.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these teams have struggled a little bit out of the gate. North Augusta has played a couple of really tough teams out of region. They're both trying to get things going here as we're about to get into region play. And the good thing about high school football is region play is really all that matters when it comes to making the playoffs.
Absolutely. And Strom Thurmond really got back on track last week with a huge win over Evans. They jumped out to a 29-0 lead, and it was all really in part to getting their quarterback back. Quan Edwards last week, 26 for 36 for 231 yards and 2 touchdowns. So they're going to look to the air tonight against North Augusta. And for the Yellow Jackets, they like to pound it with their big running back, DJ Curry, and they'll mix in some Colson Brown passes as well. There you see the Yellow Jackets as they get ready to invade Rebel country here tonight for this big matchup. In North Augusta, interesting tonight, both teams with first-year head coaches, Matt Quinn from North Augusta and Andrew Webb from Strom Thurmond. And, so I'm sure that they're not too happy with the start they got off to, but like I said, in Webb's case, they certainly got it on track last week. Let's take a look at the forward keys to the game tonight. For the visitors from North Augusta, establish the run to set up some big plays downfield, and also they can't let wide receiver Gregory Bryant beat them. He had 10 catches last week against Evans and a pair of touchdowns. For Strom Thurmond, protect Quan Edwards. Give him time to throw the football. He can be effective when they do give him time. And then also make North Augusta throw it. Don't let DJ Curry keep the football away from your talented offense. That is certainly going to be a big key tonight for North Augusta, or for Strom Thurmond.
Mr. Albert, we have Mr. Patterson, Mr. Martin, Mr. Jay, and Mr. Felder. We're your officials for this evening's game. Okay, gentlemen, football is a game where we run the ball, we pass the ball, we kick the ball, we catch the ball, we make tackles. We talk up our own team, we don't talk to the other team. Red talk to red, white talk to white. Okay, any questions? Have a coin here. That is heads, says tails on the back. Tails, heads. North Augusta, you're the visiting team, it's your choice. I'll throw it in the air, I'll catch it, I'll turn it over my wrist. If we drop it, we'll do it again. Your call. Heads was called. It is heads, you've won the toss. You'd like to defer your choice to the second half. North Augusta has won the toss and elected to defer their choice to the second half. I assume you want the ball? Which goal would you like to defend? Which goal would you like to defend? You want to defend that one? Okay, step back there. Step back here. North Augusta will kick to the clock. Good luck, gentlemen. Have a great game.
All right, there you go. North Augusta will kick it off and get the ball in the second half. Strom Thurmond will be on offense when we come back. It's Game Night Live in Rebel Country as Strom Thurmond hosts North Augusta. We'll be right back with some new info on the coaches in just a moment. And welcome back. There are the Rebels running on the field tonight in front of their big home crowd as they host one of their rivals, North Augusta. The two teams meeting for the 34th time. North Augusta leads the all-time series, 23 wins to 10 wins for the Rebels, although the Rebels won the last meeting back in 2019. Let's take a look at some info on our coaches with our Johansson's coaches matchup, brought to you by Johansson Sporting Goods. And we'll start with North Augusta. Matt Quinn, 15-11 in his 3 years as head coach at Westwood. He was the Region Coach of the Year last year. He played at legendary Burns High School, and he's in his first year at North Augusta. For Coach Webb from Strom Thurmond, his first season as well, he was just 14-24 in 4 years as the head coach at Clinton. He played at Clinton and was the Lawrence County Touchdown Club Athlete of the Year as a senior. Offensive coordinator for Saluda back in 2019 when they won a state title and averaged 40 points a game almost. So a matchup of two young, exciting coaches and a couple of teams looking to flex their muscle against a rival tonight.
Tell you what, fall is here. It feels amazing.
Yeah, this is the best weather we've had for Game Night Live. I wouldn't call it a nip in the air, but there's not, the heat's not in the air at least. So it's not quite hot chocolate weather yet, but it's getting there. I used to say back in the day before it got hotter, the time of year's kind of changed. It's hot. It's cooler later, and I used to say it wasn't really football till you could break out some hot chocolate. And I don't know that we get that until January now. So North Augusta to kick things off here, and doing the honors for the Yellow Jackets is number 12. That is Jack Stevens. And that kick is going to be caught at the 1-yard line with a great kick. And Gregory Bryant, though, with his blazing speed, is going to bring it out across the 20. He stumbled a bit. Gregory Bryant is a kid that runs a legit 4.4. And he runs in the 10s in the 100 meters. He can absolutely fly.
Yeah, it looked like until that stumble there, he's going to turn the corner.
Yeah, he is ultra fast. That 100 meters was a 10.7, and in the 200 meters, he does a 22.1 second 200 meters. And we'll get to, you see their last names, they're not all related. Their last names aren't all PCCW. We will get to the back of the jerseys for Strom Thurmond in a moment. Right now, it's first down in our Burke Health first quarter. And it's Quan Edwards. And Edwards in trouble, avoids the rush, and he gets the pass complete. He takes a hit. And he put on a show last week, did Edwards, in a big win over Evans. Both these teams have played Evans. North Augusta lost the opening game of the season 16-7, while Strom Thurmond got a 29-21 victory, thanks in large part to number 9 right there.
That was a great job sidestepping that rush there and turned a negative play into a 6-yard gain.
Sure did. And now they hand it off. Two tradition-rich programs as well here. That's why when Strom Thurmond got off to a rough start, and certainly North Augusta, they turned some heads. They're thinking, what's going on here? But now we found out one of the teams Strom lost to, Laney, is much better than we anticipated. And we found out, Strom Thurmond was down a key player in their quarterback.
Yeah, I think that Laney team is a surprise to everybody so far.
Yeah, so third down. Edwards going to throw. Got a man. It's caught. And I believe that was number 5, Kennard, who now has 2 catches on the night.
Those quick curls or throws to the outside, we watch a lot of teams from week to week, and we go, man, just take that if they're going to give it to you. Just take it all the way down the field.
Yeah, sometimes young and inexperienced guys just try to take off too much. They try to make too big a play, and you're right. Take what the defense gives you. Keep the football. Nothing wrong with that at all. And they're going to throw a little screen this time. And nice pickup on first down. So Quan Edwards off to a pretty good start. Some safe passes to get him going. And that was Lewis Lee, number 22, a sophomore. North Augusta defense, you see, they're led. Really, their top players are in the secondary. Amir Young is one of the big-time players in this area. Just super talented. And the Yellow Jackets looking to get a stop here. And oh, there's a fumble. There's a fumble on the exchange. Strom Thurmond does have it. Oh, that was near disaster for the Rebels. And it looks like it was recovered by Ty Lott. Or check that, it's number 2. That's Michael Blocker who got it.
Yeah, the zone read mesh point. I think the quarterback thought the running back was going to take it, and then vice versa.
In all honesty, with the high school kid, I'm surprised we don't see more of that in that read option. You got to have a quarterback that is pretty sure of himself decisive and knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think a lot of schools, they don't let them actually read it. I think it's just called from the sideline.
And they're going deep, and the pass is a little bit underthrown, and it's going to be incomplete, and there's a flag down, I believe.
Yes, we do have a flag on about the 45 of North Augusta.
And that is their star receiver, Gregory Bryant, with the blazing speed going deep. Not bad coverage, but they do get the call.
I almost kind of wonder if it's going to be a hold because it was thrown so early in the route.
We have a sideline warning on Strom Thurmond. That is their first warning.
All right, so it was a sideline warning, not Gregory Bryant clapped. He thought it was pass interference or defensive holding. Instead, no. So you got to give North Augusta credit there on solid coverage, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, and the PCCW you see on the back of their jersey stands for Pride, Class, Courage, and the Will to Win.
Yeah, Andrew Webb trying to bring his motto to the team, get them to buy in there. We noticed when the captains went out, they all had that PCCW, and that is what it stands for. No names on the jerseys. And this is a low line drive kick. It's going to be fielded by Talon Washington, and he is going to be brought down. So great coverage on the punt by number 20. I believe that is, that's Izzy Glanton. And Glanton with a great play there for the Rebels. So our first chance to get to see North Augusta on offense with their quarterback Colson Brown. He's getting some looks from a lot of colleges. Georgia Tech showing interest. Where's number 16? And he looks the part, 6'3", about 200 pounds. And didn't put up big numbers last year, sort of struggled. And they were hoping for a big senior season. And so far, he's been a little up and down.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to get this offensive going. Right now they're averaging around 16 points per game, and North Augusta hasn't averaged under 20 points per game since 2005.
Wow, 17 years ago. And they throw a little screen pass on first down, and wow, terrific play defensively. And we've already called his name once, Michael Blocker. He was Johnny on the spot on the fumble earlier, and now he makes a great play on that screen. They were getting it, I believe, to Washington. Or let's see, that was Chris Barnes. Hold on, that was Washington who they were going to. Talon Washington, who is North Augusta, one of their top targets. So Talon Washington, call him Tay. He is in motion. And they hand it to the big fella, DJ Curry. He can move the pile. The big bruising back, had just over 1,000 yards last season. He opened the season with a 100-yard game, and that loss to Evans. There's a look at that Strom Thurmond defense. They always seem to have one or two playmakers on that defense. Usually it's at defensive end or linebacker. Colson Brown at quarterback, North Augusta. 3-time South Carolina State champion. The latest coming in 1989. And Nathan, they did something I don't think anybody's ever done in the history of the United States in 1989. I'm serious. I don't think there is another team that started a season 0-6 and won the state championship.
Encroachment
that is pretty impressive.
5 yards. The result of the penalty is a first down.
Got him to jump off sides there. Yeah. Going to get a free first down.
Yeah, 1989, North Augusta was 0-6. They finished the year 8-7 and were state champions in South Carolina.
So was that a complete turnaround? Was there somebody big time missing that they got back?
Not sure the details. I remember following once they got in the playoffs, following them getting hot in the playoffs. But they got to the playoffs at 4-7, and then win 4 straight games to win the title. And a helmet coming off there for one of the Strom Thurmond players, number 8, Darius Simpkins. DJ Curry on the carry.
Yeah, that was a nice defensive play. He had the big offensive lineman leading him there, and it looked like he was going to get more yards, and the defensive linebacker was able to slip around the lineman. Yeah,
Curry, you see he's got great size back there, the running back, and we mentioned putting up good numbers last year. He was a workhorse in the game versus Lakeside, where they came back to win. They could beat 0-5. They came back against Lakeside and won that football game, and they got a little bit of a break in that game because Lakeside's top runner, top player, Marcus Helam, got hurt in that game. After having 85 yards in the first half, he didn't play in the second half. Curry last year, I mentioned over 1,000 yards, also 13 touchdowns on 180 carries. There's a look at DJ.
3rd and 5 coming up.
So it's 3rd down and 5. And our apologies as far as the score. Usually, of course, we have the time clock down on the bottom of the screen, but the equipment here wasn't compatible, so we're going to have to keep you updated as best we can. Nathan and I will. We'll also be checking in with Matt Lane at some point, too. He's down on the sidelines, and we'll get you caught up with everything going on in the game with our Augusta Auto Auction sideline reports. He'll be with you at halftime as well. It's going to be 4th down, though, and we're going to take hold on. We're going to wait till after the punt, I believe. Yeah. So we're going to get a break in here right after this punt. North Augusta on 4th down, giving it up over to the Strom Thurmond Rebels after the drive fizzled at about midfield. I
don't think either coach wanted to really make too big of a mistake early there. Yeah. That was a pretty conservative call there on 3rd and 5 from your own 47-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen some great teams over the years from both these squads. Strom Thurmond, going back to the 90s when they had Damian Bowman and Wright Jordan and some of those great players. And this punt is going to roll inside the 5, down to about the 4.
Why is the player not getting away from the ball?
Wow.
That's scary.
And a bit of a mistake there by the Strom Thurmond player, and it was just an awkward situation. We'll take a break, though. We'll be right back. Strom Thurmond have the ball here in the first quarter of Game Night Live. And welcome back, everybody. Ashley Brown, Nathan Edwards, Matt Lane, and the entire WJBF crew. It's Game Night Live here at Strom Thurmond, home of the Rebels, and they have the football for the second time tonight. Their quarterback, Quan Edwards, standing in his own end zone here in the shotgun on 1st down. He's looking to throw. He's heaving it deep, and he just overthrew his intended target. You see there, he's got a great arm. He didn't really even step into that good.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to take a deep attempt there, because a lot of times that's a good time to do it when you're backed up down there in the goal line, and you can get some one-on-one single coverage. But they went 5 wide there on the 4-yard line. Well,
and Gregory Bryant at Matt down on the field right there in front of the action in my ear, saying that the receiver had a step on him. They like to throw it. They threw it 36 times last week in the win over Evans. They hand it off here. Nowhere to go, though. North Augusta, boy, doing a good job. They're actually going to lose a couple. So it's going to be 3rd down and at least 11, maybe 12, depending on where they spot that. No, they give him back up to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, this is where you'd love a 1st down, but you definitely want to give your punter a little bit more room than what he's working with right now.
Yeah, let's see what they do here with Edwards. He's only a junior and kind of an unknown commodity coming into the season, but man. And they throw a screen pass, and it's wide open for a nice gain. It's going to be a 1st down and out across the 20 up to close to about the 21-yard line. And he was about to get hit and sacked, and he just got the football off. And he got it to the right man, and that is Bryant. He had 10 catches last week against Evans for 93 yards and a couple of touchdowns. So big play for Strom Thurmond. Instead of punting out of the back of their own end zone, it's now 1st and 10 at the 21. And here's a pitch and a nice run. So back-to-back plays, they pick up about 20 yards each.
Yeah, it was a different running back in there that time, number 20.
Yeah, that's number 20. That's Izzy Glanton. And he's the one who made the great play on special teams earlier, going down and, that's how, when you're a young player, that's how you make a name for yourself. You get in there in special teams and get it done, and nothing wrong with that. Glanton with a nice run there. But, yeah, back-to-back plays, a total of 40 yards in 2 plays.
A lot of sideline warnings early.
So it was 3rd down and 10 from the 4, and now it is 1st and 10, and with the ball at the 39-yard line. He's looking, going to throw. Got a man. Oh, and he overthrew him. He had a man. That is probably the toughest throw for a young quarterback, where you've got to throw it over those linebackers but under the safeties. And he just overthrew his intended target, who was number 18, Dallas Hitt.
Yeah, a lot of times that middle of the field is open because everything's been thrown to the outside, but it's a dangerous throw to make. A lot of quarterbacks don't like to throw it because a lot can happen.
Well, sometimes receivers don't like it because that safety coming up sometimes can lower the boom on them, but it's going to be 2nd and 10. And Edwards going to throw it again. This time it is caught. Nice catch. That's just a back shoulder throw and a heck of a catch made. And it was 84 for Strom Thurmond. Ike Rogers, a senior. Heck of a catch. And a great throw. That's the throw that, has been kind of in vogue over the last 5 or 6 years, that back shoulder throw. And so Edwards leading his team on a nice drive, and they pitch it. They're going to be across midfield now into North Augusta territory with the first down.
Yeah, we got another running back in there.
Yeah, that was Michael Blocker. So Nathan pointing out, we've seen 3 different running backs for this Rebel team. And
yeah, they're definitely rotating in plenty of running backs and wide receivers. They got a lot of skill position players.
Quan Edwards bobbled the snap, but he got it to Blocker, who's got a big head of steam up the middle. They were trying to, you can't arm tackle, you can't grab them high, you got to get them around that waist, and Blocker made them pay for it that time. Watch this right here. They grabbed him up high, you can't do that.
Yep, they're going quick here.
And, Nathan, you're right. And another back in there, they just churning it right up the middle against North Augusta. They've opened it up because of this passing attack they've got. Most teams use the run to set up the pass. Strom Thurmond's doing the opposite. They are using the pass to set up the run.
Yeah, a lot of times when they go ultra fast like that, it's going to be the same play again in a row.
And this time, not as much room to run and good play that time from number 20. That's Colin Moore. He's a senior. He's getting some looks from some of the Ivy League schools. This drive started all the way back at the 4.
Got Brian in the slot on this one. Look to the other side.
There's another completion. Well, I got to tell you, I was impressed with Aquinas quarterback Jim Franklin earlier this year. I think this may be the best passing quarterback we've seen this year. I don't know about you, but he just looks to have command of this offense. He's looks poised, and he can sling it. Our first chance seeing Quan Edwards this year.
3rd and 5.
Terrence Smith of South Aiken might be the best running quarterback, and we're going to have a offsides on North Augusta there, defensive.
Center did move, but I think we're going to get the offsides call.
Part of the snap, encroachment on the defense.
There's the encroachment
5
call.
yards.
So, well, we got a moment. Let's go down to the field. Our first Augusta Auto Auction sideline report. Here's Matt Lane.
Yeah, Ashley, like you were talking about, really total command on this offensive drive for Strom Thurmond. Not only running the ball very well, but also passing it. And even with the missed passes, really showing the defense that they do have to account for it, the deep ball, but really running the ball with the big receivers that Strom Thurmond has on the outside, really benefiting them on this drive.
All right, it's 3rd and inches here. Let's see if they try and draw them off the second time.
Okay.
And it's a low snap, and they're going to lose yardage here. So it's going to be 4th down, and they're backed up to the 20, 21-yard line. So it would be about a 38-yard kick from here. Now, actually, hold on. They're going to mark him down all the way up at the 17. So they're going to give him forward progress.
No hesitation, offense staying on the field.
Well, yeah, you're right. They didn't even consider it. Consider kicking this thing. It's 4th down and about 4. So 4th and 4. And they almost drew him off again. And now they're going to, looks like, call a timeout here. I'll tell you what we can do while I have a moment. We can tell you where you can go get a delicious breakfast at a great deal. Why don't we do that? You can mix and match two of your breakfast go-tos, like a sausage biscuit, a chicken McGriddle, a sausage McMuffin, or hash browns, all for only $2.19 for each of those items. Top it all off with a bold and delicious iced coffee for just $1.69. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
These days, anything 2 for $2.19 is a
yeah.
amazing deal. They're gonna kick it now.
Yeah, they brought the kicking team on. So now Edwards is the holder though, so keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
but
North
they do bring
Augusta
the
definitely
kicker
in
on.
field goal safe here.
So they're going to kick it from the 24. It'll be a 34-yarder. Is where it's spotted, the 24. So 34-yard kick for Strom Thurmond. And doing the honors is Nate Nordine, their junior place kicker. There's a look at Nordine. Both these teams have had really good kickers in the recent years. Of course, North Augusta last year, Drew Stevens. Kicking at Iowa now. Oh, and it's blocked. So the Yellow Jackets with a big play defensively. Jaden Eason, I believe, number 99 for North Augusta, came in and blocked the kick from number 99 for Strom Thurmond. So, yeah, the incredible drive there all the way from the 4. They get it inside the red zone. But the botch snap, one thing I don't love on 3rd and inches, I know you go shotgun most of the game. I'm not a fan of shotgun in that situation. Get under center. And with your quarterback, he's a big enough kid either run a quarterback sneak or hand it off. The shotgun just gives the defense time to make a play, in my opinion, in that spot. Colson Brown going to complete the pass out on the sideline. And they're almost up to they're going to spot him just shy of the first down. They're going to be at the 29. Got the pass out there to Braylon Jackson.
Yeah, a lot of teams nowadays in the spread, especially on the high school level, they just don't even practice going under center. So they
Well, and again, if they get the first down, I don't comment on it. But I was thinking it because, I saw the same situation in a game, in an NFL game recently. Curry nowhere to really go, but he gets the first down. All they needed was a yard.
Yeah, it was a 13-play drive, but came away with nothing.
Yeah, and sometimes those can be demoralizing. That's a big victory for the North Augusta defense. Now you hope your offense will capitalize. They do get the first down there. And you see 16, Colson Brown. I mentioned he looks the part, 6'3", 200 pounds. I had a big summer going over to all the camps, and apparently Georgia Tech showing some interest. And a good throw, just a good defensive play. Oh, and they're going to throw a flag. It looked like a pretty good defensive play, but maybe he got there early. It was Caleb Simpkins. And, folks, he's a freshman in on that coverage for Strom Thurmond. So it is pass interference on the young fella. Not too often you see a freshman starting at the varsity
on the
level.
defense. 15 yards from previous ball. The result of the penalty is a first down.
Yeah, he's got a few hundred folks that are on his side on this that he didn't make a penalty. Let's see if he did. I got to tell you, man, that looked pretty good.
The problem is his left hand
His
is
left
tugging
hand was
on the
tugging,
jersey
yeah.
and twisting him around
And
the
that's
hip.
usually what you do see is that left hand. He stepped up and made a play with the right hand, batting the ball down, but got him with the backhand. So North Augusta has the ball 1st and 10, just shy of midfield. Brown going to throw little short passes. And brought down is Braylon Jackson. And I got to tell you, we saw Jim Franklin. He can certainly sling it. They're definitely the best game in terms of two quarterbacks that can throw the football, two passing attacks. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter, folks, with your score. North Augusta 0, Strom Thurmond 0. That's right, we're scoreless. here at Strom Thurmond. It's Game Night Live, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. Well, you see it, an absolutely gorgeous night, gorgeous setting for high school football here at Strom Thurmond, where the hometown Rebels are scoreless going into the second quarter here with North Augusta. And, good run that time by DJ Curry. Lowered his shoulder and picked up some yardage. Let's take a look at our QBs by the quarter. They're brought to you by our friends at Culpeper Ace Hardware and Lumber Company in Evans.
Yeah, Colson Brown for North Augusta was 3 of 3 for 11 yards, and then Quan Edmond was 6 of 9 for 47 yards. So good job for both those quarterbacks in the first quarter.
Yeah, good efficiency there, and Colson Brown looks a little more comfortable. He just was out of sorts a bit last year when we saw him. A little power formation to run the football, and Curry will pick up a couple, and I think he's going to have enough for the first down. It's going to be close.
Yeah, they had a few extra big linemen in there in the backfield on that play. Like maybe a few defensive linemen they had back there.
Yeah, they got some guys ready to come in. Strom Thurmond does as well, but they're going to say first down. Strom Thurmond's waiting to get their replacements in, depending on if it was a first down or not.
Yeah, so this is maybe your chance to take a deep shot here.
Well, you know you got a quarterback that can lay it out there, and you got some speed with Braylon Jackson, Tay Washington. Let's see what the Jackets decide to do here. And they are going to throw it. Short pass, and it's thrown behind the intended target. Incomplete. He was looking for Wilcher. There's Amari Wilcher, the wide receiver. North Augusta coming off a 6-6 season last year. Strom Thurmond was 4-4. They've been one of the top teams in the area for about the last 15 years. In large part, it got started, and Dan Pippin, boy, what a run he had at North Augusta, and then they carried it over, but struggled a bit last year. This ball is thrown to the back shoulder, but the receiver didn't look that way, and the freshman who we mentioned earlier, Simpkins, nearly made a play on that ball for a pick, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, not on the same page there. The quarterback thought he had tight coverage for a back shoulder throw, and the receiver thought he had him beat deep.
There's the top three that you need to watch on this North Augusta offense right there. From left to right, Washington and Colson Brown and Curry. North Augusta always has them a talented tight end, and Evan Waldauer is the junior, number 85. He's out for a pass on this one. And they're going to throw it, and it is, they're going to say, no, it's incomplete. The receiver was Braylon Jackson, and he immediately was saying he caught it, but the officials right there said no catch.
He wasn't able to
Jackson pleading his case a bit.
He wasn't able to get a whole lot on that throw. Colson Brown kind of got a little bit of happy feet there and was backpedaling. When he had a little bit more time, he could have stepped up in the pocket and threw that one.
So North Augusta is going to punt it away. And coming on to do the honors is Seth Vaughn. So see if he can angle something and pin Strom Thurmond back deep in their own territory again. Last time he nailed it or downed it at the 4.
Timeout, North Augusta.
Yeah. Timeout, North Augusta.
So North Augusta calls timeout. We'll take a break with them. We're in the second quarter of Game Night Live, and so far no score between Strom Thurmond and North Augusta. There's a look at the following of the Strom Thurmond Rebels. This is T-Mobile student section rocking tonight. Right now, the Rebels about to field a punt from North Augusta, who saw their drive stall at the 43-yard line. So we'll see where Seth Vaughn can put this one. Punt.
Flag down at line of scrimmage.
And It is caught at the 20. There's a flag, as Nathan mentioned, flag down. That was Blocker who caught the punt. Dangerous, but he saved them some yardage because that probably would have rolled inside the 15. Instead, they get it at the 20, depending on the penalty.
Yeah, illegal formation. I think you would definitely decline this. You'd definitely be perfectly okay with taking the ball at the 20.
Yeah, you don't want him to punt again. As you saw him last time, he pinned you down at the 4. So here comes North Augusta's defense. They gave up a lot of yardage the last drive, but they made that, came up with the stop when they needed it.
Illegal formation on the kicking team, 5 men in the backfield. That penalty enforced from the end of the kick, 5 yard, first down.
Well, as talented as throwers as these quarterbacks are, we are still tied with no score on the board.
That'll work even better. They have the option to tack it on to the end of the play, so they get it out to the 25.
Quan Edwards. Better starting point than their last one. And this throw across the middle is intercepted. It is tipped out of the receiver's hands and intercepted. Big time play for North Augusta, and it was number 30, Ty Burke. So this one just goes over the head of 6'2" Gregory Bryant, and it's picked off. And again, that was number 30 for the Jackets, Ty Burke. Matt saying we've got a penalty on a crackback block after the interception, but the Yellow Jackets get the first big break of the game for either team. That one's just thrown a little too high. Bryant
After the interception,
couldn't get it. He's
personal
having a hard time
foul,
with that throw.
illegal blindside block on North Augusta. Penalty enforced, 15 yards from the end of the run. First down, North Augusta.
Yeah, Quan Edwards having a hard time with that throw across the middle. That's the third one that he's thrown that's been high.
Yeah.
That one tipped by his receiver and intercepted.
Yeah, the pass was definitely a little bit high, but I guarantee the receiver would tell you that he should have had that one.
It would have been a great catch, but you're right. I mean, you get your hands on it, you expect it. And I know Bryant, he's the most heavily recruited player among seniors that we have in this football game, and there's no doubt he would like to have another shot at that one. Colson Brown now. They get the ball right back where they punted from. They're right inside the 43, and they hand it off to Curry. Nowhere to go. Strom Thurmond has come ready for this rushing attack of North Augusta. That's what North Augusta tries to do. They try to use Curry to kind of run clock and kind of batter you and, wear you down, and then maybe hit some passes with Colson Brown.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like Curry, like we talked about when they came back in that Lakeside game. I feel like he's a back that's going to get better the more carries he gets in the game. And they start to wear down that defense.
Let's see what they do here on second down. And in motion's Washington. They're going to throw a little wide receiver screen. It's incomplete, and that was Braylon Jackson who was unable to hang on.
Yeah, he looked up and saw the guy that was coming right for him and tried to run without the ball.
So big third down play, 3rd and 8.
I certainly could see a run or a pass here. You could try and run it here and get a little bit of it and go for it on 4th down.
They got to get inside the 32. And they do hand it off, and it's actually a great run, and they're going to be close to the first down. I think they're going to be about a yard shy. But, man, a terrific effort there running the football, and that was Curry again.
Yeah.
I guess let's do it here. 4th and about a yard. What do you do here, Nathan? Ken Nugent, one call, that's all.
I believe you got to give Curry the ball again after that last run where he pushed the pile.
Well, they do, but he's going to be brought down in the backfield. And, man, we have called his name a few times tonight. That is number 20, Izzy Clanton. He made the play on the punt return. He had a great run in the backfield, and then he comes in on a blitz and makes a play in the backfield on 4th down to get the ball back for Strom Thurmond. And nobody happier about Glanton's play than Quan Edwards, who had the interception earlier.
A lot of times on the short yardage play like that, I mean, everybody may know you're running it, defense knows you're running it, but the coach is sending a message to his team like, I believe you can get this 1 yard.
Yeah, and that's what the offensive line wants to do. Let's enforce our will. But that time, Glanton came from the outside and just shot through there and made a great play. So now Edwards with his 5 receivers. They're going to pitch this one, though. And they're going to pick up about 4, maybe 5. Nice run by number 28 for Strom Thurmond. That is Lewis Lee, their starter. There's Lee. The Rebels have had some high-powered offenses over the years. They've had some great individual talent, Jakar Hamilton. And
that's what we've talked about doing the border bowls. It seems like the teams in South Carolina have always had the more explosive quarterback play and wide receiver play.
Yeah. And that time, North Augusta gets a nice defensive play.
Big 99 again.
Yeah, he's come to play tonight. Big 99 earning his keep. That is Jaden Eason. He's a junior, and he's a big fella. I love it how he's got his jersey. See them big old arms. Showing him off, big fella. Like it. So, but Darius Hammond, Wright Jordan, the Damian Bowmans, the Hillarys. They've had so many good players here over the years.
You talking about when the weather cools off, somebody like 99's got to be loving it.
Yes. They're going to throw, and there's and it's incomplete. The pass was a little low, but that one you got to catch. And he was trying to go to Kennard, who caught the first 2 throws of the game, but that one's incomplete, and Strom Thurmond's going to punt it away. I did not expect a defensive battle, but that is what we've got right now.
Yeah, defense has been playing decent. I feel like it's a lot of a lack of execution by both offenses so far.
So they bring on the punting unit. North Augusta should get decent field position depending on the punt here. Oh, it's a good one. It's a low liner, but right between the 2 return men. It's going to roll all the way down inside the 15 to the 14. Great punt. Well, North Augusta will have the ball, but not nearly the field position they thought they would have. When we come back, we're midway through the second quarter. It's Game Night Live, and we got more. Back at Strom Thurmond, where with a little over 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, we have no score between North Augusta and Strom Thurmond, 2 bitter rivals. Dallas hit the punter for Strom Thurmond, boomed one. He hit a perfect low liner, took a good roll, and it actually, I said the 14, it rolled all the way to the 9-yard line. So it was a 51-yard punt for hit, and North Augusta has the ball at their own 9. It looks like they're trying, one of the linemen wanting to call timeout.
Yeah, there's a little confusion.
I don't think the coaches want to do that. They've already called one. But Colson Brown gets them straight, I guess.
They were missing a lineman. They're bringing him in now.
And he's trying to get them lined up so they get this play off.
We're missing a guard.
And, yeah, North Augusta with a lot. And that will infuriate a coach. You can handle the penalties where there's you're making an aggressive play or whatever. Not even being out on the field when you're supposed to. Somebody's going to be getting chewed out on that one.
Yeah, because we coming out of the break for TV, so they had an extended amount of time to get that set up.
And remember, they called another timeout right before the punt. So tough situation there for the Jackets. And their first-year head coach, Matt Quinn.
Like you said, that is the stuff that will drive a coach crazy, because that's just beating yourselves. I mean, that's nothing the opponent's doing to you.
Well, for the very best high school football coverage each and every Friday night, you can tune into Football Friday Night with Brendan Robertson. I would say Brendan and Colin Cody, but Colin moving on. He got him a job in Memphis, and we wish him the best of luck. Brendan will hold down the fort tonight. No other station covers more high school football games than WJBF and Football Friday Night. Get the area's #1 high school football television show at 11:35 p.m. tonight. And horn goes off as North Augusta running the football there.
Yeah, hopefully he'll send us all a care package of some of that Memphis barbecue down.
Yeah, that would be nice. So Tay Washington was the ball carrier. He gives you a little speed compared to Curry's brute strength. They picked up about 4, almost 5. So second down and about 5. And Brown's going to keep it this time. Nice run by the big quarterback. Keeping those legs churning. He's going to pick up a first down easily. He's across the 25 up near the 27 or 28.
Yeah, the first time he's pulled it on that play, and that's going to help keep the defense honest and keep him from crashing on Curry.
Well, he's a passing QB, but he can run it when he needs to, and you saw that there, and he kept those legs moving despite taking some hits. That's a pretty big Strom Thurmond. For the size school Strom Thurmond is, that's a pretty big defensive front, especially on the side he ran on. Brown going to throw it. Oh, and he's in trouble. He is brought down. I just mentioned that big defensive line. He's one of the smallest ones on the line, but number 90 for the Rebels making a play. That's a terrific job there by Nate Stevens. So Nate Stevens with the sack.
Officials are talking about something. I don't necessarily see a flag. Oh, there is one over here by the Strom Thurmond bench.
So there is a flag. We can't see it from our vantage point unless we kind of
Have sideline warning.
Rear our head around the corner here.
On Strom Thurmond. That is our second warning. It's a 5-yard penalty. The down counts. It'll be second down.
So the sideline warning, their second one, gives them a 5-yard penalty on Strom Thurmond. And we've already had one also on North Augusta, so their next one will be a penalty. So second down and about 14. Ball at the 23. And Brown's going to throw. This one a little deeper than most, and that one's incomplete. He had Washington, but just let him a little bit too much. Glanton was on the coverage. Some matchup of some speed right there.
Yeah, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 14.
Yeah, big play here because where they would punt from, you would assume North Strom. Last time I said that, though, I said North Augusta would get good field position. They were backed up their own 9.
See how aggressive they get here. Could be a run or a screen pass. I don't know how aggressive you want to get in your own end.
Now Colson Brown's going to throw and throws to the outside. It's caught. Oh, and look at this. Great effort. And the defensive back simply missed him.
Yeah, he's going to be just short, about a yard short.
The receiver on the play was Brody Chapman, and the junior with a great effort. But he is going to be short by a yard.
Yeah, it's about a yard and a half, so I don't think you can go for this.
Well, in this spot of the field, they're certainly not going to do it. They're going to punt it away, and, of course, you see knotted at 0. Yeah, Matt pointing out 77. Yeah, their big defensive tackle who was in the game earlier was about to come back in case they went for it on short yardage. But they're punting it away.
Nobody back to return, so if he gets a good roll out of this.
It actually took a Strom Thurmond back. Why? I don't get it. Second time tonight, a Strom Thurmond return man getting near the football in that situation. I just don't understand it. Leave it alone. Let it bounce. It's the second time tonight that's happened. It was number 16, Andrew Bird, and I know one thing, I would be talking to Bird quite a bit. So Quan Edwards comes back out. 1st and 10 this time at the 38-yard line. Both teams have moved the football a little, but no score so far. And this time it's Gregory Bryant, the speed burner. And there's going to be a flag down at the end of the play. He got up to about the 45, so it was about a 7-yard pickup. Let's see who the flag is on. And it is a holding on Strom Thurmond, so that will negate the 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, enjoyed big 99 Jaden Eason running that play down from behind.
Holding on the offense during the run. 10 yards by the foul, replay, first down.
They're going to replay first down, and after that we will check in with Matt down on the sidelines. So Quan Edwards, back him up, 1st and 15. And now instead of 2nd and 3, it's 1st and 15 after that penalty. Quan Edwards, the junior QB, coming off a terrific night against Evans.
It's been a quick first half, down to only 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Oh, across the middle. This time it's a perfect throw. As we said, though, when you make that catch sometimes you got to be ready to take a hit. And that time they were ready. Number 10 for Strom Thurmond is Juju Stevens, the junior, and he took a shot from North Augusta's Amir Young. Watch this beautifully thrown pass. And Juju took a shot. Watch this. He was kind of sandwiched by 2 defenders. Amir Young flying in the air. Definitely a candidate for our hit of the game.
Great catch and holding on to it, and
man.
it's going to all be for naught because got a penalty in the backfield.
Well, while they assess that, let's go down to the field. Another Augusta Auto Auction sideline report. Here's Matt Lane.
That's right, Ashley, down here on the sideline. Until that play right there, the momentum really going North Augusta's way. It seemed that interception really took the win out of Strom Thurmond's sailed right there. But the huge play, getting Strom Thurmond back in it, getting that energy back up. You can kind of hear the crowd trying to get the Rebels back in this.
Well, they've had 2 big pass plays called back by penalties, and now it's 1st and 28. And they're going to go deep across the middle again to Rogers.
Wow.
And again, this time he's unable to hang on.
I believe that was Bryant that time.
Oh, I said Rogers. It was Gregory Bryant. And Bryant unable to hang on to it. And he looks like he might have been a little banged up on the play. So Bryant caught a 7-yarder called back. Juju Stevens caught a longer one called back. And then they find another open receiver, just Bryant unable to hang on there.
Quarterback put it on the money, and so the coach went right back to it.
Well, and he's finally got those passes across the middle down where he needs to. But now it's 2nd and 28. Don't need to get it all back on one play, but they seem to find something they like. And, oh, man, this is going to put them back 2nd and 33. So Strom Thurmond with some self-inflicted wounds.
False start.
Well, I know you get hyped up for this rivalry game. This is a game they look forward to playing North Augusta, no question. And right now they're their own worst enemy. They've been able to move the football. They've moved the ball better than North Augusta. They just have not been able to come away with points, and now they're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, very, very sloppy half of football. A lot of mental mistakes for both sides.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to get all the way past the 38-yard line here. And that pass was dangerous, but it is caught at about the 20.
Yeah, that was very dangerous because the receiver was waiting, letting it come to him, did not come back to the ball at all.
And that receiver is number 84, second catch of the game for Ike Rogers. So, again, they're at the 21, so they've got 17 yards to go for first down here.
27. 3rd and 20.
Or 27.
Yeah, it's not
very. I was looking at the first down mark.
It's not that often.
I was looking at the original line of scrimmage.
It's not that often you have to look that far down the field.
Yeah, I was looking at the original line of scrimmage. They've actually got to get to the 48, not the 38. A nice screen pass, and North Augusta missing some tackles, and going to allow the ball carrier to pick up about 3 extra, but he's still going to be brought down at about the 28-yard line. So now it'll be 3rd and 20.
Timeout. North Augusta saves some.
So 2:37 to go in the half. North Augusta calls a timeout as blocker comes off the field in some pain. So 2:38 to go. But again, it was 2nd and 3. And now all of a sudden, and you were in a good position of the field. Now you've backed yourself up. You've picked up some positive yardage, but you still got 20 or 21 yards to go here for the first down. So, and if you're unable to pick it up, North Augusta will get the ball back and get another crack at it here in the first half. I got to tell you, I would have never guessed no score this late into the ball game. Yeah, there you see the PCCW.
Yeah, like you said, Strom Thurmond has moved the ball a little bit. They got 103 yards compared to 60 for North Augusta. So they've moved the ball a little bit better, but they had that one long drive where they had the field goal block, couldn't get any points out of it.
So Dallas will punt it away. And this one's not quite as good as that last. It's a short punt caught by the return man and brought back to the 45 of Strom Thurmond. So North Augusta will have terrific field position. So Chapman on the return. So the Yellow Jackets will have it at the 45 of Strom Thurmond to start this drive. We've got about 2:27 to go now in the first half.
Yeah, if you're North Augusta, you got to come away with some kind of points here on this drive going into the half.
Well, Colson Brown would love nothing more. For whatever reason, like I said, when I've seen North Augusta the last couple of seasons, they've just seemed to be the chemistry, something's just not there. And that throw to the sidelines, but man, what a great defensive play. I tell you, Izzy Glanton has been about as good as any player on the field tonight. That's another player by the talented senior defensive back. Izzy Glanton making his presence felt. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for loss. He's got a great play on a punt return, stuffing it for a loss. He also has a nice run in his only rushing attempt on offense. So Colson Brown going to roll out and throw it off his back foot. He's got a man. It was a little underthrown, but it was caught. Is he inbounds? They're talking it over. And they're going to say a catch. So yeah. Tay Washington with the catch. Nobody happier than his teammate Braylon Jackson as North Augusta took a shot deep.
Yes, they've been running that play in the flat a lot, about 4 or 5 yard play, and then he ran a little wheel off of that up the sideline and was wide open.
Yeah, and I said use the run and DJ Curry to set up some deep shots. Instead, you're right, they set up kind of lulling them with these short passes, and then Washington using his speed to get deep, and he made a terrific catch. The ball a little underthrown, but still not a bad pass. And Washington's in motion again here. North Augusta in the red zone, knocking on the door. That one is short and incomplete. Threw it in the dirt there. 2nd and 10.
Minute 43 left in the half.
And 1:43 to go. And at halftime, stick around. We'll have our Eichholtz Law Firm halftime show. Matt Lang will be your MC for the festivities. And 3 wide receivers to the near side. Now Washington goes to the right. Now back. So we do have a 3 on this side. And the fumble in the backfield. He was going to hand it to Curry. And again, that exchange, the ball is fumbled. The man who made the play and got on there defensively was Darius Simpkins. Boy, a real good-looking defensive end prospect.
Yeah, it seems like both offices, they get 2 or 3 great plays in a row, and then they do something to hurt themselves.
Yeah, they shoot themselves in the foot. Big play here, 3rd down. And Brown now running for his life. He's in trouble. He's going to be brought down for a loss. Great job by him just to hang on to the football.
Can't take a sack there.
Juju Stevens, Darius Simpkins. And a flag is down. But man, what a huge play for the Strom Thurmond defense and a devastating play for North Augusta. I mean, the fumble snap was one thing. That hurt a little. This play hurts a lot. And it looks like it might be a hold as well, right? I think it's going to be on North Augusta. Let's see.
Yeah, I think you definitely decline that. So they had a first down on the 15, and we could be looking at a fourth down from the 35.
And maybe further. Well, it wouldn't be fourth, though. But I doubt they're certainly going to decline. Now, the question is North Augusta try to kick one or do they punt?
They're going to punt it. Punt teams on the.
Yeah, because it would have been a 52-yarder. So they will punt it and try to pin Strom Thurmond deep in this hotly contested, tight defensive game. So they decline it. Juju Stevens will get credited with the sack and got some help from a host of red jerseys.
Yeah, not quite sure what the discussion is about. You're definitely going to decline that hold when you get a 15-yard sack.
So they'll punt it here. And I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but Juju Stevens, Juju Stevens on the move. Juju Stevens breaks a tackle. He is finally brought down, but Strom Thurmond will have it inside the North Augusta 40. I'm not exactly sure what happened on the punt there.
He went off the side of his foot.
And it did look like he was trying to punt. I think he was worried about it going in the end zone, but he left it woefully short. And Stevens breaking tackle after tackle. Man, you came into tonight talking about Quan Edwards and Gregory Bryant. The stars have been Izzy Glanton and Juju Stevens tonight.
What a heads-up play. 37-yard return there.
So Juju with a sack. He's got a 37-yard return. He's made a couple other nice plays on defense. And he caught that ball across the middle, remember, where he took the hit. Edwards in trouble, but he gets it away. It's underthrown. He had to get rid of that one because he had the defensive end storming from his coming behind him and would have easily had the sack there.
Yeah, this could be devastating for North Augusta. You're driving down, you think you're going to run kind of all the time off and maybe get a score, and then you may end up not getting anything and giving up a score.
Well, Juju Stevens, he had the big catch across the middle. He's made several good defensive plays. He's got a quarterback sack that was huge. And now that heads-up play on the punt, do they take advantage of that great play? They're going to throw a little screen. It's caught, but nowhere to run for Bryant. There's a flag down after the tackle made by North Augusta's DJ Booker. And man, heavyweight championship bout here between these two, and nobody's going down, but nobody's going for a knockout punch either.
I didn't realize he lost 4 on that play, where they're marking it right now.
Yeah, I didn't realize he lost yardage either. I thought he got back to about the line of scrimmage.
We have a sideline warning, second warning, sideline interference on North Augusta. 5 yards from the dead ball spot.
I don't know a lot, but I
Third
know
down.
when you come over to South Carolina, you don't want to play around with these sideline warnings because they will call them on you in a heartbeat. That's 2 on both teams already.
Yeah, when have you seen 4 sideline warnings in a half?
I don't know if we've seen it in a game. So a timeout on the field. We've got 28 seconds left before halftime. And like I said, stick around. We'll have QBs by the quarter. We will have Matt Lane and our Eichholtz Law Firm halftime show. And, yeah, that's not an error on the screen. It is 0-0.
All right, you asked me earlier, what do you like here? Yeah, you got third and 8 here. You got 28 seconds left. It's like you got 1 timeout left.
I think you got to look for. I think you got to look for Rogers. That play across the middle. I think you run somebody there, but I think you got to look for Rogers. Or I keep saying Rogers Bryant. Gregory Rogers is a former Grovetown outstanding linebacker that plays at the college level now. Gregory Bryant, and my apologies to him. He is.
Yeah.
I mentioned being recruited by a number of schools. As a matter of fact, Bryant right now has offers from Duquesne, Eastern Illinois, Newberry, Charleston Southern, Bryant University, and a few others. And a highly regarded track athlete as well. And there's a fumble.
Goodness.
Both teams just easy. Glanton gets on top of it and helps his quarterback up. He's doing everything tonight. But
Now you get 19 seconds and counting here. Do you take kind of like almost like a Hail Mary shot here at the end?
I think you do. I don't think you punt it away. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
definitely
you
not
do.
going to try a field goal from here.
No, it would, again, it would be similar to North Augusta's. It would be a 52 or 53 yarder. They're going to call timeout, though.
Strom Thurmond, their
3
third and final
seconds
charge,
left
timeout of the half.
in the half. And this is a Strom Thurmond team last week that led Evans 29-0 at the half.
Yeah, Evans bouncing back. They're up 21-7 at the half on Grovetown.
And we saw Grovetown look pretty good last week in that nice win over Jefferson County. It's been an odd season. We've seen a lot of games where you thought you knew what would happen and the opposite happened.
Yeah, we could see a kind of like a straight Hail Mary here. You could see kind of something with some laterals, some kind of hook and ladder, something like that. I mean, maybe we see something crazy like App State here with the
never know.
Hail Mary. I've never seen a Hail Mary come up that short and the guy score on it.
Well, and also don't forget, folks, we are live streaming. You can watch the game live on your smartphone, see replays, watch the play-by-play broadcast from WJBF TV, and it's all free from the WJBF News Channel 6 app. Just go to the App Store on your smartphone, download the WJBF News Channel 6 app, open it, and click Watch Game Night Live.
See, they're overloading the left side, and then you got Bookert over here by himself on the right side. And that's where he's looking.
That's Juju Stevens, I believe, and
Oh,
it's
sorry.
out of bounds.
Yeah, I had the wrong name.
Out of bounds and incomplete, and that will do it. So at the end of one half of play, folks, no one has been able to strike gold yet. It's 0-0 here between North Augusta and Strom Thurmond. Nathan, real quick, any thoughts on this half? It was a little surprising what we're seeing.
Yeah, definitely sloppy here offensively. Both teams moving the ball a little bit, but just stopping themselves really with penalties and turnovers and mistakes.
All right, folks, we'll have some scores from around the area. We will have our QBs by the quarter and, of course, our Eccles Law Firm halftime show with Matt Lane and also the band from Strom Thurmond. All that coming up when we return.
Hey, and welcome down on the field for our Eccles Law Firm halftime show here. We're going to start things off with our Your Hometown game of the week, and we got some special folks here down on the field. I'm going to start with Robert from Old Edgefield Butcher Shop. Robert, it's a little chillier tonight than it has been the past Friday nights.
Yes, it feels really good tonight. It's football weather.
It's terrific football weather, and I actually got some future Rebels, I was told, right here that are going to be on the gridiron here pretty soon. But, Robert, in terms of the Butcher Shop, what does it mean to be a part of the Edgefield community?
We've been a part of the Edgefield community since '68. Not the Butcher Shop, but my family.
Okay.
I played here, my son played here, and now my grandson plays with the Little League.
That's pretty cool. So what's it like seeing a lot of people you either played with or that you know throughout the years coming out on a Friday night when you see them come in the shop?
Oh, it's awesome. It's a hometown that we all pull behind each other.
Now, what's one of the big reasons a lot of folks come into the shop? What do y'all specialize in? What do y'all have going on?
We service fresh cut meat every day. We cut several times a day. If you come in and just want one particular item, we can cut it or just get what you want.
Yeah, that's the beauty. You can actually specialize it and customize it to however you want. But in terms of specials coming up, anything that you have for this month or anything in the future?
Well, we actually have a tailgate box that they can just come in and get it and take it home and or take it to the tailgate.
Okay. Now, where exactly are y'all located?
715 Augusta Road. We're across the street from McDonald's and Dollar General.
Well, I want to thank Robert for coming out tonight here. A beautiful night for high school football. And what we're going to actually do is I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to talk to Richard Pendarvis from Pendarvis Chevrolet. How's it going?
Good night here for the Rebels.
It always is a good night out here. Always terrific support from the community. And can you speak to, I know y'all have been in business quite some time, like how long you've been in Edgefield?
69 years. So we got April be 70. So we.
You've seen a lot of wins here.
Oh yeah. Been a lot of good times out here.
Now, what's your favorite part, really, of kind of coming out on a Friday night and seeing a lot of familiar faces and friends?
You know, this is our community, so I get to see all my customers out here and friends and the families. It's just a great atmosphere out here, and they're doing a tremendous job tonight.
And I talked to you before. I actually came out to your dealership and got a truck. Is it true that you just sell trucks out there?
Oh no, we got about anything you want. We got plenty of used cars. Not enough of anything right now, but they're starting to come in, so things are getting a little better for us.
Yeah, definitely give them a shout if you have any questions or anything about what they might have coming in, or they might be able to go out and get you something. Where exactly are y'all located?
650 Augusta Road, right down the road from the old Edgefield Butcher Shop, so you can get some meat and put in the truck from Pendle Harbor Chevrolet.
That's right. What we're going to do is we're actually going to check in with Strom Thurmond High School. We had a chance to come out here this week and check things out.
Strom Thurmond High School cares about its students and staff. It recently celebrated one of its staff members who went above and beyond. Hunter Wilson has been working as a special education paraprofessional at the school for 2 years.
So what I do, I assist the main teacher in the classroom when it comes to the children, whether it's academically, emotionally, and I'm just there throughout each and every day, making sure they're doing their work, doing what they're supposed to do, making sure they're at the right place at the right time.
Mr. Wilson is like the angel in the classroom. He has a heart of gold. When he works with our special needs students, it's like sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns come out all at once. He has a certain way with the students that they open up to him, and he can get them to do just about anything.
For Wilson, the biggest reward from his job is getting to spend time with his students.
Each and every day when I walk in this room, it's just like a ray of sunshine is coming out the classroom from the kids. You know, if you don't love what you do, then, you know, why be there? So just like with a job, you can, my grandpa used to tell me all the time, you'll never work a day in your life if you love your job. And that's what I do, and I just come in each and every day and make sure that the kids are going to be doing what they're supposed to do and be there for them.
Wilson's hard work and dedication helped him win the district's Support Staff of the Year award.
It was an honor. I couldn't believe it when it happened because I've only been here a short time, and I figured, someone else is deserving of this. And I was out at the banquet last Friday, and they called my name, and there I was. And it's been a blessing, and all the people that's been there supporting me, congratulating me, being there, to let me know how proud they are of me. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful and I'm blessed.
I had to take care of something in the classroom, in one classroom, and I went to the next classroom, and by the time I got there, he had already taken care of it. So he does things just to support the team, not just his classroom.
Hunter Wilson represents what Strom Thurmond High School is all about, and the students and the staff appreciate everything he does.
I thank him for showing up every day. I thank him for just being that bright light for our babies.
The feeling is mutual.
Ever since I've been here, they have been nothing but supportive. They welcomed me with open arms like a family, like any other family. It's been a blessing. This place is more than work, it's home, and I'm really appreciative to be here.
Brendan Dawson, WJBF News Channel 6.
All right, and welcome back down on the field for our Eichholz Law Firm halftime show here, joined by some friends here, Commissioner Tyrone Oliver and Deputy Commissioner Allison Richardson from the Juvenile Justice Center. But Commissioner Oliver, can you talk about just what exactly does that mean, the Juvenile Justice?
Yeah, the Georgia Department of Juvenile Justice, we rehabilitate justice-involved youth across the state of Georgia. And we have several facilities right here in the Augusta area, and one up the street in Wilkes County. And so that's what we do in the Department of Juvenile Justice, try to transform the lives of the young people as they go back into their communities.
Now, how did someone reach out to you and figure out about the facilities and what exactly offered job-wise?
We have a lot of jobs that are offered here at the Department of Juvenile Justice. Some of them that Deputy Commissioner Richardson will go over here in just a second, but we have juvenile correctional officers, housekeepers, food service workers, you name it, we have a job for you at the Department of Juvenile Justice.
In terms of those positions, are there certain ones that some folks should try to go after more so than others?
Yes, we really are looking for our juvenile correction officers and our kitchen staff, our food service staff. We need people who would like to come and service our youth and help them to become better citizens.
Now, how exactly do they become a part of the team?
You can either go to our website at djj.georgia.gov, or we actually having a career fair at Augusta RYDC this Tuesday from 12 to 4.
Again, the Georgia Department of Juvenile Justice, Commissioner Tyrone Oliver and Deputy Commissioner Allison Richardson. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll be back right after this. And welcome back down on the field, here with a familiar face, Tom Powers, owner-operator from McDonald's. And definitely stay tuned to the end of the game, our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. Very exciting one here, a lot of big plays, so that should be pretty good. Tom, welcome.
Welcome. Glad to be here. It's a great night for football.
What's your favorite part about coming out and seeing all the faces that you recognize coming into the restaurants over the years?
Great customers, great family activity here, great night for football. Wonderful.
And in terms of a lot of the high schoolers work at the restaurant, so you probably see a lot of folks you see on a day-to-day basis.
I see some in the stands that were supposed to work tonight that called in sick that are here, so it's a wonderful night.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You want to watch Rebel football. But in terms of McDonald's and there's always some seasonal things going on. There's always stuff right around the corner. What type of items are y'all promoting?
Well, we're promoting now. We got our new cheese Danish for breakfast that just started, and we got our mix and match breakfast items going on, and we got a buy one get one free Big Mac 10 nugget, and rumor has it we're going to have the Halloween pails back.
Oh, I missed those.
Yes, so rumor has it, I don't know yet, haven't seen them, but the rumor has it for Halloween we're going to have the pails.
Yeah, and you can use it to go trick-or-treating. But where can folks find your restaurants?
Here in Augusta Highway, right down the street, and in Aiken, South Carolina, we're all over the CSRA, and we're supporting high school athletics and academics.
Tom Powers, owner-operator here at McDonald's. Again, at the end of the game, offensive and defensive players of the game. Make sure to tune in for that. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
And we're actually going to hand out some hardware here for our Augusta Sports Council punters of the game. For North Augusta, it's actually going to be number 18, Seth Vaughn. He's a junior with the Yellow Jackets. And then for Strom Thurmond, it's going to be number 18, Dallas Hitt. He is a senior for Strom Thurmond. And I want to congratulate those two, our Augusta Sports Council punters of the game. What we're going to do is take a break. We'll be right back.
And welcome back as we are in the middle of halftime here. Strom Thurmond and North Augusta, no score after one half of football. There you see Quan Edwards, the talented junior quarterback, coming back on the field. They were able to move the ball but couldn't penetrate the end zone against North Augusta. Ashley Brown along with Nathan Edwards. And Nathan, it was like you mentioned, the two teams really shot themselves in the foot throughout the first half. They were able to move the ball a little, but it was either penalties, fumbles, miscues. That's what hurt them.
Absolutely. You had the interception. We thought after the great long drive from the 4 for Strom Thurmond, they got all the way down. They had the field goal blocked. North Augusta right there at the end of the half. They got the ball and started on the 45-yard line and were unable to score there. So it's definitely been a struggle with finishing drives.
And we saw a lot of fumbled exchanges from center to quarterback. We saw sacks and just a kind of a not. I don't want to call it sloppy. I mean, but it was just miscues at inopportune times. They would look good for a few plays, and then there you see some highlights here. That was the big interception Nathan was talking about. And it was just a heads-up play by the safety, playing a little tip drill as Bryant couldn't hang on to the football, and he was able to pick up the interception from North Augusta. And it looked like North Augusta might be able to score, but again, both defenses were able to catch some breaks. And there's one of the best plays of the first half was this throw from Edwards to Juju Stevens, who took a hit from Amir Young, but he was able to hold on to the football. And here was another big play. Watch his. It didn't look like the effort. He was trying to punt a short punt, but man, way too short. And then Juju Stevens, who had two of the biggest plays of the half, a 37-yard return that again, looked like it would set up North Augusta. All right, time for our Waynesboro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram scoreboard, and there you see Aquinas shutting out Greenbrier. Greenbrier's yet to win a game. They've been without their best player for a large part, pretty much the entire season, in Malik Leverett, the quarterback.
Yeah,
receiver.
definitely bounce back week for a couple of teams. Aquinas bouncing back, Evans bouncing back.
Yeah, Evans, look over on the right side, Evans Grovetown 21-7. Evans leads Grovetown, who came in 3-1 coming off that big one last week on Game Night Live. Other scores, Hepzibah Southeast Bullock knotted at 12. Bamberg Earhart in a dogfight. We knew it was going to be a battle of unbeatens, and Bamberg leads Wade Hampton 6-0. We had Dwayne Garrick on the Thursday Night Huddle, my radio show last night, and he was hyped up for that game. South Aiken, Clinton, that is a halftime score, 48-21. South Aiken, they're 1-4, but their last 4 opponents and this opponent, Clinton, combined 22-2. They're playing a tough schedule. Burke County and Statesboro. Burke County trying to stay unbeaten. They look good, 21-7. Barnwell is, I said Bamberg Earhart coach. I had Barnwell coach Dwayne Garrick flipping the teams there. Barnwell coach Dwayne Garrick on my team, looking forward to that rematch with Silver Bluff, and they look good, 35-9. And then, of course, Thomas Jefferson Academy trying to stay unbeaten. They lead Edmund Burke Academy 20-0. And in just a moment, we're going to get our QBs by the quarter in.
Apologies for that. I do know how to spell Jefferson.
Yeah, Nathan putting the score. Look, Nathan is pulling like quadruple duty tonight. Unfortunately, our buddy John Hart couldn't be here. Nathan jumped into the broadcast chair, and he's also doing stats, collecting scores. Yeah, he's doing all the work here. I'm just kind of rambling, running my mouth. Time for a Burke Health kickoff, and right after that, we'll get our QBs by the quarter from quarter number 2. So let's get this second half underway, and it's a booming kick. It's going to go all the way into the end zone. Wow, we've seen some kickoffs this year.
Yeah, the QBs by the quarter, if we want to go ahead and get those in. Quan Edmond for Strom Thurmond was 9 of 17 for 57 yards, did have the 1 interception. And then Colson Brown for North Augusta was 8 of 13 for 59 yards.
9 completions for 50-something yards, 8 completions for 50-something yards, not able to get those downfield passes. And that is kind of indicative of where we are right now. But Colson Brown comes out as North Augusta has the ball at the 20 to start the second half.
That's where you got to give the defenses a little bit of credit on a lot of these short passes. They're making the tackles. They're not able to kind of break a play open.
And screen pass out in the flats, caught. And North Augusta, one of their better plays of the night, as that's Tay Washington on the catch and run. Going to be a first down. If you miss any of tonight's game, if you're a Strom Thurmond or North Augusta fan and want to catch it, we'll have the rebroadcast Sunday at noon on WJBF News Channel 6. And the handoff, and boy, Curry going nowhere that time. Nice job from Strom Thurmond, number 12. Chase Brightheart. It's our first time calling his name tonight, and I'm glad we got a chance to, because Brightheart is another kid that's getting some looks from some colleges. He got an offer this week from Anderson University.
Yeah, they did a good job with Curry in the first half. They held him to just 27 yards on 10 carries.
Well, now it is going to be 2nd and 12 after the 2-yard loss on the play by Brightheart. He had been quiet up until that point. Colson Brown's going to throw it. He's looking deep, looking really deep. And he's got a man, and it's incomplete.
Had 2 receivers run into each other, running a route there.
And there is a flag down. Colson Brown slung it deep downfield.
Got to believe one of them was running the wrong route there, because they had 2 verticals
2 fly
right
patterns,
next to each other.
Right together. But it's pass interference on Strom Thurmond. So that'll be a first down.
Pass interference on the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. The result of the penalty is a first down.
Couple of pass interference now they've been able to draw.
Yeah. The first one was on the freshman, Simpkins, early. He looked like he made a great play on the ball, but reached with his left hand, or reached with his right hand to tip the ball and pulled the receiver with his left. So Colson Brown showed off his arm on the last play and got a pass interference. Now he's going to throw a little screen out here to Tay Washington. Washington can motor, and there's another flag down as Izzy Glanton knocked him out of bounds.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a hold on the wide receiver.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay. First down.
So Strom Thurmond with a pass interference. Now North Augusta with a hold, and looks like our second half is going about how our first half went. You move the ball a little and then get a penalty, and move the ball a little and get a penalty.
Yeah, the holding call was downfield a little bit on the wide receiver, so it's only going to end up being about a 3-yard penalty.
And Brown hands it off. Curry bounced to the left, and he's going to pick up nice yardage. About 4, or actually about 7. He would have been stopped right about the line of scrimmage, but he bounced it to the outside.
Yeah, if Curry's able to get ahead of steam going, he's not easy to bring down.
He's a battering ram, and big kid for a running back. So the ball is going to be second down and 6. Ball at the 49. There's the Rebels of Strom Thurmond. Oh, Colson Brown's going to keep it again this time. He only is going to pick up about 2. Decided he wanted to keep it that time. And again, was it Bright Harp who got it?
No, it's 15.
15 that time. That is Whit Miller.
You read that well.
So Colson Brown, he's only kept it a couple of times tonight. And the first time he picked up nice yardage. That time, just 2. So it's going to be third and about 4.5. So third down and a long 4. Tay Washington in motion. Brown's going to throw. He looks for Tay, and he's got him, but it's incomplete. Just not on the target, and that's going to set up 4th down. Now, this spot on the field, you would assume they may take a shot at it, but
I think
in a tight game, you got to. I was going to say, in a tight game, you probably need to kick it, but unless they're going to, it looks like Colson Brown is going to stay on. He's not there. Yeah, he looks like they're definitely going to punt it.
Yeah, another stalled drive after getting a little bit going.
Augusta will punt it away. Colson Brown's punt is
should be really good.
A good one. Oh, it's going to take a great bounce. Can they stop it?
No.
No, it's going to go into the end zone. So Strom Thurmond will have the ball at the 20. We're early in the third quarter here on Game Night Live, and we are scoreless. Back with more after a timeout. And welcome back, folks. Game Night Live. Ashley Brown, Nathan Edwards, and Matt Lane. And well, one of the interesting stories in high school football we'll get to in just a moment going on in Georgia. As we talk about a year where there have been a lot of surprises, some teams you didn't expect to be good are doing good, and some teams that usually do well struggling. As this pass is caught across the middle by Bryant, they are finding an opening right there, and they're going back to the well time and time again.
They've definitely found something in the middle there against kind of a cover 2 safety look.
Yeah. Well, the story is, in the offseason, Joel Ingram, a very successful coach at Washington County, was basically let go, and they brought in one of their alumnus, the great Robert Edwards, the former terrific Georgia running back, NFL talent from the Patriots, who unfortunately his career, Edwards going to take it and slide. His career ended with a devastating injury, but Robert Edwards has taken over that program, and Washington County was expected to be one of the powers in this area. And the first game of the year, they lost to Swainsboro 42-0, and that's the Swainsboro team they beat last year. But Swainsboro's a good football team. But as we move forward, they have struggled mightily. And tonight we just got word they are trailing Thompson 41-7 going into the second half. And here's Bryant. He can run, and he is going to be inside the 30. Strom Thurmond on the move. Now, we've seen this song and dance before. They've been on the move and their drive stalled. Let's see if they can keep one going.
Yeah, a little pass forward there.
Yeah, I like that play. And that does, and you know Edwards likes it. It's a very easy completion for him.
Yeah, Bryant loves all the yak yards he gets.
Oh, yeah. He can run. They're going to throw it again across the middle. And this one's overthrown, and that should have been intercepted. He threw it high again that time, and that was right in the stomach of the defensive back. I think that was Amir Young, who is one of the most talented players on that North Augusta defense, but he was unable to hang on to it. He was kind of focused on the receiver and thought the receiver was going to tip it. And the next thing he knows, that ball was right in his, just at the bottom of his shoulder pads.
Yeah, he's missed high several times on the pass over the middle, and the coaches keep going back to it because that play is open almost every time they call it.
And they know they got a good quarterback. He's just, like I said, you said he's been off a little. And now they're going to throw it again. This one is, I will say this, his receivers do an excellent job of going down and getting the football. That was Dallas Hitt, who doubles as the punter, who made an excellent catch. So 3rd down and 7. This is a big play. The points have obviously been tough to come by. Keep this drive going here. And even if you don't get it, put yourself in a spot on 4th down and maybe go for it. They were trying to draw North Augusta off, but the Yellow Jackets stayed put. Oh, and the handoff up the middle to Blocker, and he's got big yardage. Blocker inside the 5, and he is going to be down. Oh, and the ball came out at the end. Hitt picked it up and scored a touchdown. So the ball came out at the end, and they are ruling it a touchdown. Hitt was right there. Now watch this at the end of the play. Michael Blocker, a great run. And right there, the ball comes loose. And Hitt, right, Johnny Holmes just happened to be in the right spot, picks it up and goes into the end zone for the touchdown. So a wild way to get the first score. It was a great run by Blocker, good blocking up front as well. Michael Blocker, number 2, the junior.
I felt like we should have saw that one coming. Kind of the way the night's going, they're going to have a kind of a weird way the first score was going to come.
Well, we're going to kick the extra point here to try and make it 7. And that one is up, and it is good. Folks, we finally have a score on the board, and we are at the 6:47 mark of the 3rd quarter. Strom Thurmond leads at 7-0. Back with more Game Night Live in a moment. Back at Strom Thurmond High School, a gorgeous campus here and a beautiful football stadium. They've got a new electronic video board here at Strom Thurmond since last time we were here. And
yeah, this is definitely one of the better facilities in the CSRA.
Yeah, proud program, and we are set for our Burnt Health kickoff, and it's number 99, Nate Nordine, who just booted through the PAT, and he kicked the last kickoff, the one to start the second half, into the end zone. Let's see if North Augusta can answer the Strom Thurmond drive and touchdown, and he booms this one. Going to be caught at about the 4. And it's Washington on the return. And Washington finds a little seam across the 30, and he is taken down by the kicker just shy of the 40-yard line. So Nate Nordine comes up and makes the play, saving what could have been an even bigger run back by Washington. As it stands, it's about a 35-yarder, I believe.
Correct. Right on it.
So North Augusta, who has really kind of flailed away here on offense, needs to answer, needs to get some yardage and keep that defense off the field.
Yeah, it was different than just those 3 or 4 yards. It's such a huge weapon in high school. If you can get that ball in the end zone, an automatic touchback.
And we see a lot. There's some great kickers. We've yet to see one of the best in Will Hadaway when we see, over at Lakeside High School. He might be the best this year. There's a lot of good ones, though. The young kid Wallace over at Evans is very good. And they're going to go deep. They got a man, and it is underthrown a little bit. The safety was coming over.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the safety saw there, but almost like he didn't see the receiver at all.
And he's just tapping his chest like as to say, my bad, guys. He knew that he made a mistake there, and that was almost a disaster for Strom Thurmond. The ball was just underthrown. If Brown puts that on the money, that could have been 6.
Yeah, if that ball's on the money, he's still running.
There's Colson Brown and his talented running back DJ Curry, but tonight not a whole lot going for him. Strom Thurmond's defense is stiffened up. Here's Curry, though, with a nice head of steam, and he rambles his way across the 46-yard line up near the 48.
He told his offensive lineman, I got this.
Yeah.
Run out of the way, I got it.
So it's going to be 3rd down and about 2. 3rd down and 2, ball just shy of midfield. And they hand it to Curry, and he's going to get the first down easily. So Curry into Strom Thurmond territory down to the 42. So North Augusta moving the football now. 2 teams waking up on offense. Colson Brown gets the snap, hands it to Curry again, and Curry, he almost broke that tackle, but a great play. We said earlier, some guys look like players. When I took a look at number 8, Darius Simpkins, I said, yeah, that kid looks like a player at defensive end. Great size. Look at those long arms. He's got that build, that frame you can put some weight on. Only a junior, definitely see him playing at the next level, and he made a great play there to hang on to Curry.
Yeah, that's definitely a school see. They can go, hey, I can put him in our weight training nutrition program and bulk him up.
They throw that little screen to Washington again, and Washington's able to get to the outside and pick up decent yardage.
Yeah, it's almost an extension of the run game there.
Yeah.
Almost like a toss play.
The 3rd and going to be about 7. And now it's going to be 3rd and 2. Strom Thurmond jumps on defense.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense.
So
5 yards, still
3rd and
3rd
7,
down.
we're going to have a 3rd and 2. The ball now all the way down to the 35 of Strom Thurmond.
Yeah, you got to believe they got 2 downs to get these 2
yards.
yards.
2 downs with Big Curry to get 2 yards. You should be good, but we've seen Strom Thurmond stuff them in the backfield a few times. They fake the run. They're going to throw. Now Brown's in trouble. Can't take a sack here, but he does. You got to get rid of the football there, and he knows it, and he's not happy with himself. And that was a couple of different guys in there. We mentioned Darius Simpkins earlier. He was there, as was Thomas Hopgood.
Well, there was good and bad on that play. He did a great job recognizing that ball wasn't there. Just sail it over his head. Just throw it high.
Yeah. Because, again, like you said, you were in 4-down territory. Now Brown's going to stay on the field on 4th down, but not because he's quarterback, because he also doubles as the punter. Just a disastrous 3rd down play for North Augusta. They'll punt it away to Strom Thurmond, who now kind of starting to take the momentum with that score and that nice defensive stand. And this is a good punt. And the fair catch made at about the 12. So we'll take a timeout here. When we come back, Strom Thurmond will have the ball at their own 12-yard line. And we are back, WJBF Game Night Live. Strom Thurmond, the site, and right now the home team looking pretty good here. 3:28 to go in the 3rd quarter, up 7-0. It is 2nd and 10. They did throw one ball that was incomplete just before we came back.
Yeah, had a guy open down the sideline, just overthrew him.
Now Edwards scrambling, looking for something to do. He throws it at the last minute to get rid of it, but that was very dangerous. He did get rid of it and saved what could have been a sack, but boy, that could have been a disaster as well. So 3rd down now and 10.
Yeah, those kind of in-between plays from the quarterback position tonight. As a coach, you're just when it's not there, you're just hoping to get us out of a bad play. Don't make it worse.
Yeah, again, I keep going back to last week. This team scored 29 in the first half. This kid completed 26 passes last week for 231 yards and a couple of TDs. And tonight he's going to end up with, decent numbers in terms of completions, but they're just not able to get anything big downfield. Now he's looking for a 10-yard play. That's all he needs. And I think there was some miscommunication there between he and his star receiver, Bryant. And the pass is incomplete, and Strom Thurmond will have to punt, and the punter will likely be in his own end zone here.
Well,
he'll be awfully close if he's not.
It's exactly what you wanted from North Augusta there. Your drive stalled in kind of frustrating fashion, and you had to punt, but you got a quick 3-and-out.
Well, and the man who had the touchdown earlier on the fumble recovery is Dallas Hitt, and there he is to punt it away this time for the Rebels. And he's had a couple of nice ones, and he's had a couple that he'd want to do over. See what he can do on this one. And it's a high kick, but very short. And North Augusta is going to have terrific field position at the 43. I'm going to make it the 44-yard line. Fair catch made by number 14, Brody Chapman.
It's about the same place they started the drive right here at the end of the first half when unable to come away with any points.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take advantage of these opportunities, and both teams have sort of thrown some away. And Colson Brown kind of hobbling on the field there, and they need something, a spark of some kind.
Yeah, they've gotten 2 drives that started there. They had the interception, and they were turned back, couldn't get any points off of that either.
Yeah, and like I said, there's just something missing. There's that spark, that chemistry, whatever, that it factor that you want.
And we talked about, kind of Thompson and Curry. I think they need somebody to make a big play for them.
Well, that time, nowhere to go for Curry. And we were talking last night on the radio show, we were talking about, I mentioned we had Dwayne Garrick, the head coach from Barnwell, on the show. And earlier I said Bamberg, my apologies. But they have a kid named Tyler Smith who's already rushed for over 1,100 yards in 5 games. He's got 16 touchdowns. He's leading the state of South Carolina. And we were thinking back, like all-time CSRA most rushing yards in the season. Dacus Turman at Washington Wilkes, he rushed for over 3,000. Other than on the South Carolina side, the most I can remember is Vinnie Miller. He rushed for over 2,700. And he had a 400-yard game while we were there broadcasting. Boy, Tay, what a great effort by Tay Washington. Unfortunately, he stepped out of bounds before he could make that great reach for the first down.
Yeah, 3,000 is – it's mind-blowing, but then you look like the Derrick Henry stats at Yulee in Florida, over 4,000, which is even crazier.
While we got second here, let's go down on the field for an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report. Well, hold everything. My apologies, guys. They got back a little quicker than expected, and it's 3rd down. So let's do that real quick, and then we'll check in with Matt.
3rd and about a 3.5.
Yeah, 3rd and about, long 3. They're going to give it to Curry, and he's going to get stuffed. There's Juju again. Boy, Juju Stevens. He and Izzy Glanton have been outstanding tonight. And a great play by Juju, and that'll stuff them, and it's 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away probably, but who knows? Let's see what they do.
I mean, as North Augusta coach, short down yards, you've tried to run it. You've tried short passes. It's like you've tried almost everything.
They're leaving the offense out there here.
Yeah, definitely don't have any issue with this.
No, not where they're at on the field. It makes perfect sense. All you got to do is get the ball maybe to Tay Washington on something, but you're going to throw it. He's looking downfield. He's got a man. And it was nearly picked off. The safety came over and almost made one of the biggest plays of the night, number 4, Trey Clark, but it's incomplete, and Strom Thurmond will take over on downs. And let's go quickly down to the field and Augusta Auto Auction sideline report. Here's Matt.
Thank you, Ashley. Right there for North Augusta, a big moment that they could have potentially gotten a touchdown right there, not knowing if they're going to get field position like that again. For a team that throws it as much as Strom Thurmond does, the game has moved rather quickly in terms of gameplay. So in terms of having that ball towards the middle of the field, an excellent chance was missed right there.
Well, they've got it now with under 2 minutes to go in the first half, in the 3rd quarter. And there is the quarterback, Edmond. And a fumble in the backfield, and the ball's loose. I think North Augusta might have got it. It was bouncing around, and I think the Yellow Jackets got it, but who knows what happened down in the pile. See right there again, a fumble on the exchange to blocker. And you see it bobble right there, and it looks like North Augusta might have got it.
Yes, they've given you 2 fumbles, an interception, and the ball twice inside. I mean, we got to score here. I mean, I keep saying it, I feel like, but
look at the North Augusta fans. You think, again, high school football, to get the fans to travel, that's saying something. And they got a slew of them over there, all decked out in camo. So they get it right back on the fumble. So the T-Mobile student section. Here's Curry. Curry around the end, and he was looking to run over somebody there.
They needed a playmaker to step up, and Curry's looking like he's going to be the guy.
Well, Andrew Bird for Strom Thurmond came over, and Curry did not shy away from contact in the least. He was looking for the contact.
If I'm Curry, this is where I want the ball. Like, give it to me here. I'll take care of it.
Feed me. The ball is inside the 25. They give it to Curry again, and Curry keeps those feet moving. Well, he's wearing number 6, and he's got that gold helmet. Kind of looks like Jerome Bettis back in his Notre Dame days, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just going straight through number 6 here until they stop it.
Well, we hear the broadcast of the radio side. My buddy Steve Smith, who calls the games for Strom Thurmond, saying wearing the Strom Thurmond defense down, but they're going to throw it, and it's picked off. And it is intercepted, and a lot of green grass in front of the return man. It is Izzy. Oh, no, check that. That's the freshman. They picked on him earlier. He got a pass interference call, but the freshman goes the distance. Caleb Simpkins.
91-yard interception return for a touchdown.
91 yards for the freshman. They picked on him earlier, and he got a pass interference, and watch him step and jump that route. What a great play. And you're right, they're running the ball. They're moving. They're pounding. Give it to number 6, and instead they try to throw it. It's a long throw to that sideline, and Caleb Simpkins made them pay. The freshman coming up with a huge play for the Rebels.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to get an unsportsmanlike kind of celebration or taunting penalty on Strom Thurmond here.
Well, you don't like them ever if you're a coach, but if you're ever going to get one that's putting you up 13-0 in this game, you might take it. What a play by, again, this is a 9th grader. He jumped that route perfectly and then took it to the house.
Oh, wait. Are we an official all the way back here, the other side of the field?
Well, yeah, they're talking it over way back at the 35 of North Augusta. Or check that, of Strom Thurmond.
It was an illegal man downfield, so they're going to obviously decline that.
Yeah, they'll decline. Well, or they'll make the worst call in the history of football. We'll take that one.
If ineligible receiver downfield, that penalty is declined.
Well, what a play. And Matt said during the break to us, am I wrong, or is this kind of an exciting game for such a low score like 0-0, 7-0? We've seen some great plays, and that, we had a hit earlier that, could easily be hit of the game. That might be the play of the game, though, the 91-yarder. A lot of football left, but
we definitely have kind of talked at length about some of the offenses' struggles, but these defenses have been playing pretty well tonight. Yeah, that was after the touchdown.
Yeah.
A player kind of threw a ball, almost looked like at a North Augusta player there, threw the ball at him.
Well, this is a big rivalry game. You don't want to see that. And, Strom Thurmond won the last time these two teams met. It was a couple of years back. But all time, North Augusta leads the series 23-10. So Nordine, who got the crowd going a little bit earlier when he made that tackle on the kickoff, he'll try to tackle on his second PAT of the game.
A block.
And it's blocked. They blocked one earlier, a field goal earlier. Now they block the extra point. So 13-0. Strom Thurmond.
Still got a whole another quarter to go. You never know. That could be huge.
Oh, it could be big. There's a lot of football left. Yeah, I just, again, it's easy for us to sit up here and second-guess these coaches. If they complete that pass for a big play, we're like, oh, great. They're looking for the run, and you caught them guessing. But or caught him slipping. But you have number 6. He's moving the ball. We up here, we heard the radio broadcast from Strom Thurmond say they're wearing down the Rebels up front, and then they decide to throw a long pass across the field.
That was from the far hash.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like an NFL throw across the field there.
And it gave the defensive back, the freshman Simpkins, enough time to come up. And the pass was on the money. It's just Simpkins cut in front of the receiver and made the play. The T-Mobile student section is rocking for the Rebels right now.
24 seconds left in the quarter. Yeah, need to go marking the penalty off the wrong way. He's correcting himself. Yes, you should get good field position again for North Augusta.
Well, we keep saying that, though. Here's where North Augusta has to take advantage, or can they answer, or can they? And every time they've either come up short, or when they do move the ball, they've, kind of hurt themselves with miscues.
This is the one night I wish I was keeping track of the average starting field position, because it's probably definitely be pretty glaring stat.
Another Burt Health kickoff for us.
Did you see how he doesn't have the ball teed? He just laid it straight down.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, see, I mean, why is he not teeing it up? See, the ball's just laying flat. Gotcha. Yeah, Matt was saying it makes it easier to squib kick it that way.
Well, he did, to just outside of the 20, and North Augusta is going to have decent field position up to the 40, and there's a flag down.
There's a flag that may
face mask, maybe.
That place could have been a hold or something on blocking.
It was a kind of a gang tackle. I didn't know if somebody got him, but it looks like they're going to mark it off on North Augusta.
The flag wasn't near where the tackle was made, so that would be another incredibly costly penalty.
Yeah, they're sitting there going to have it at the 40, and instead.
During the turn, holding on the return team. 10 yards from the dead ball spot. It'll be 1st and 10.
Well, Nathan gets another one right. I mentioned that. Holding call, and man, North Augusta just, like I said, every little bit of positive they get, you take one step forward and they take 2 steps back.
Yeah, I mean, the hair would be all pulled out over there on the sideline because you feel like you're right there. You just can't make a play.
Well, they back them up to about the 31, and they're down 13-0, and we're closing in on the end of the 3rd quarter here. And there's Curry with a good run. The ball comes out, and there's all red jerseys there, and it's going to be recovered by the Rebels. Coming out with the football is Gregory Bryant. Well, he fumbled it forward into the secondary, and there was nothing but red jerseys there, so no way North Augusta could get it.
Yeah, quick fumble there. Kind of got him reeling. Only 9 seconds left in the quarter. Do we take that throw over the middle of the field deep again?
Yeah, I think a shot downfield with Bryant's speed. But, the crazy thing we were just talking about, they went away from Bryant and threw it. And the coaches got to be thinking, what can I do? Now I go back to Bryant, and he fumbles. So Strom Thurmond looking to put this one in. Not away maybe, but, boy, going a long way towards it. They pitch it out. There's some running room for Blocker. Into the secondary. Inside the 15 goes Michael Blocker. He looked like he was going to have the touchdown earlier, but he fumbled the football. And Dallas Hitt picked it up for the score.
It's going to take us to the 4th quarter. Unless they're able to really quick snap this, which I don't know why you would.
No, that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So Strom Thurmond is knocking on the door. They lead it 13-0. They've got the crowd hyped up. And we are going to take a timeout and come back to the 4th quarter. It's Strom Thurmond 13, North Augusta 0. Well, it wasn't too long ago we had a scoreless tie, but Strom Thurmond with a touchdown on offense, then a 91-yard interception return by the freshman Caleb Simpkins. And on the very next drive for North Augusta, DJ Curry fumbles. Gregory Bryant recovers, and Strom Thurmond knocking on the door again, up 13-0.
Yeah, they're going to need some kind of turnover or at least hold them to a field goal here because you really can't go down 3 touchdowns here.
And this time it's Blocker again, who's been their most effective ironically, their most effective runner.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and sneak in the QBs by the quarter. So Quan Edmond is 12 of 23 for 105 yards and an interception, and Colson Brown for North Augusta is 11 of 20 for 82 yards and an interception also.
Yeah, the QBs by the quarter presented by our good friends from Ace Hardware and Culpeper Lumber Company in Evans. So it's going to be a legal procedure on Strom Thurmond.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay first down.
So the Rebels, we're just underway here in the fourth quarter. And 11:54 to go. They're up 13-0, and it's going to be 1st and 15 after the penalty. Well, just inside the 30-yard line. So North Augusta is going to need some fourth quarter magic here if they're going to be able to come from behind and get this win.
Yeah, this is the area you definitely don't want to take any kind of bad sack or anything like that we've seen kind of earlier in the game. I definitely would probably expect them to keep running the ball here.
And Edwards is going to
throw
out. And that was a beautifully thrown pass. One of his better throws of the night. Not one he heaved it downfield or anything, but just put it right on the money for a Dallas hit who's had a pretty good game tonight.
Yeah, he kind of led the receiver
to
let
get
him
the
run with the ball. Yeah,
he did. Just a gorgeous throw. We had a good vantage point from it. Watch this. Just right there between three defenders. Perfectly thrown ball by the QB, Quan Edwards, who really liked this young junior quarterback. And Augusta, their defense needs to make a play here.
False start again.
So false start on Strom Thurmond.
Yeah, I thought they would run the ball there, but I definitely love staying aggressive.
Yeah, well, again, they're such a pass-happy offense this year under their new coach. 36 pass attempts last week against Evans. And who knows how many more it would have been if the game was close. It got close at the end, but Strom Thurmond led 29-0 at one point before Evans came back to make it respectable, 29-21. But they actually were kicking an onside kick there, down 8 with about a minute 15 left.
Definitely don't want to be careful of the zone read.
Blocker takes it, and he is going to slash his way inside the 10.
So they fumbled that twice, so I don't know if it'll be a true read, maybe predetermined by the coach.
Well, one thing they are happy to do is let the clock run, as we're under 11 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's been a pretty quick game, pretty fast-moving game.
Especially for two teams that have thrown it a lot. So Quan Edwards, the junior QB, came back to action last week against Evans and led his team to a win, looking to try and let them beat two bigger programs and two, tradition-rich programs. Yeah, some beef up front, Nathan pointing out. And
yeah, how often do you see seven linemen in there?
Linemen,
he motions the back out. Were we going to see a quarterback run there?
Well, they're going to call timeout. So we're here in the fourth quarter of Game Night Live. We've had a great season so far. The season just zipping by. And, folks, we will get a chance to see this North Augusta team again next week. They will talk about big games for them. They will play a huge region contest next week as we go to South Aiken for the first time.
Yeah, we're halfway done with the season after that.
Yeah, and South Aiken features two of the best players in the area, their quarterback Terrence Smith and their running back Javon Edwards, putting up video game type numbers. Terrence Smith, the quarterback, had a 400-yard rushing game earlier this year, and Javon Edwards was averaging over 200 yards a game until this last game. So we look forward to that next week.
These next 3 weeks should be a lot of fun, because then we definitely go to the Lincoln County Washington Wilkes annual rivalry.
Love going to that game. Yeah,
a lot of fun.
Highway 378 War.
And then we got ARC Harlem. ARC is a team that's been playing really well in the area.
The surprise team of the area, maybe, and they're 3-1 and playing Lincoln County tonight. And then Harlem has been outstanding this year, maybe the best team in Columbia County. And we'll have that. And then, of course, we have 3 flex games depending on how the playoffs. Oh, they're going to do a little trick play. Great job by blocker to avoid the first man, but he's still going to get taken down for a loss. And Nathan shaking his head. You didn't love that play call. But
no, I didn't love that one.
So they handed off, and blocker was immediately looking to throw, and he was being pressured by number 15 from North Augusta, Isaiah Weathersby. He broke that tackle, but he is still brought down for a sack. Number 3, Christian Jackson ended up getting him.
I mean, obviously, if that works, everybody's raving about it, but that's getting a little kind of too cute in that situation, I feel like. Don't really need that.
Yeah, they've been able to move the ball. They haven't had a hard time moving it at all, really, even running it lately. And, of course, they've been able to throw it.
But they've been making some great play calls this second half, so who am I to second guess?
Yeah, absolutely. And stay tuned for the conclusion of tonight's game. We will announce our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. The freshman Caleb Simpkins might have something to say about that defensive player of the game with that 91-yard interception return. But, you know, Izzy Glanton's been great. Juju Stevens has been great. We've got a few guys to choose from if Strom Thurmond's able to pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, big man for North Augusta's had a great night defensively running all over the
for
field.
Sure. Yeah, 99 has been outstanding for North Augusta. The big man he's talking about is Jaden Eason. So Glanton's coming in on offense. He's primarily played D, but we did see him have one great run earlier. So let's see if they go to the speedster. They're going to throw it. And Edwards running quickly, going to throw. And it's intercepted in the end zone. It's picked off in the end zone. That is Amir Young, and he's going to run it out. And he's going to be brought down at about the 10.
Yeah, you just gave North Augusta life.
So North Augusta needed to get a stop somehow, and they do. Quan Edwards throwing on the run. He was being pressured. Probably should have just thrown that one away. If he had thrown it to the inside of the field where the receiver was, it's a touchdown. But he let it sail on him outside, and Amir Young is able to get the interception. So North Augusta, as you said, with some life. And now let's see if Colson Brown can engineer something tonight. They have struggled all season to score, averaging just 16 points a game. And tonight they've been shut out by Strom Thurmond.
Yeah, I mean, definitely feel like
encroachment on the defense, 5 yard, first down.
I didn't feel like Strom Thurmond's definitely had more of a flow to their offense.
Yeah,
definitely,
for sure.
They've just been turning the ball over.
Yeah, I think with Edwards in there, I would have, I know he was banged up earlier in the year, but boy, he came back last week and kind of turned some heads with that 26 for 36 passing performance. Now Brown's looking deep and just overthrows his target. They've tried that play 2 or 3 times tonight, and each time the ball's been thrown over his head by Brown. It's a similar play. Greenbrier back years ago had a kid named Will Kaywood at quarterback, and they had a tight end they would run that similar play with, Ken Adcox, and he would come across the field, and it was open all year. And Will Kaywood that year threw in 10 games in the regular season, threw for 2,800 yards.
That's one of those that you keep. It's like somebody on film is going to figure out how to stop this.
Yeah, they did it all year. It was, and I did a game. We did about 3 of their games that
Try the
year.
snap, false start, offense, 5 yard, second down.
So that's going to be on North Augusta. So the two teams trade penalties.
And North Augusta has such a rich tradition in the last 15 years or so with having so many dynamic wide receivers where they could just throw the screen passes out there and they make a whole bunch of people miss.
And here goes Colson Brown again across the middle, deflected, incomplete. And who's there? Juju Stevens. He has been outstanding tonight. Can we have 2 or 3 defensive players in the game? I don't know that we, who do you go offense?
Well, you gave away a couple last week. I mean, we can just
Yeah, but I can only buy so many trophies. I owe Joseph John one already. Glad you reminded me. I got to get that kid a trophy. He's bigger. Well, I'm not saying he's bigger than me. He's got more muscles than me, though.
Won't be the first time you've given him a trophy.
That's true. That is true. So DJ Curry with the tight end in motion here. And they're going to throw it to DJ Curry, just a little screen. He's got some running room. And Curry up across the 20.
Good play.
At first I thought it was kind of an odd play, but it worked out. The freshman defensive back, Caleb Simpkins, who had that long interception return for a score, is kind of hobbling here.
Wow, got a first down on that play.
Well, you love that toughness. He was hobbling, getting up. It didn't look like he was having any fun, but he's staying in the game.
Yeah, there's been no quitting Curry at all in the second half.
There he goes, battling his way across the 25 up to the 27. For North Augusta, though, we're down to 8:45 in the game, and you got to have 2 scores. They haven't had a single big play tonight. Well, I take that back. They did have the one deep pass play. They're going to hand it to Curry again. Curry right up the middle. He's going to, get him about 6 or 7 or 8 more. They're going to move the chains with that one.
Yep, they can get to the line quickly.
And they get the chain set, and the clock's going to start again. So we're almost under 8 minutes. North Augusta trying to rally against Strom Thurmond. 13-0 Rebels. And Brown, that one's going to be blown dead.
Got to be, I would think, a false start on the wide receiver down here.
Yeah, North Augusta is going to be backed up 5 more here. So every time their running back gets to 6 or 7, they get backed up 5 more with a
5-yard
penalty.
First down.
So 1st and 15 from the 32. They've got 68 yards to go for a score, and then they got to get the ball back and get another score. North Augusta over the years, we've seen with such high-powered offenses, the passing offenses under Dan Pippen, the great running games. They had Vinnie Miller and some of the great backs. Just not used to this. They're being shut out here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it was kind of what I was alluding to a little bit earlier. It's just they had so many elite wide receivers throughout the year.
They have. They've had elite wide receivers and elite running backs. And
that's not taking anything away from the kids they have at wide receiver now, but some of those wide receivers they've had in the past were incredibly special.
Yeah. Yeah, they always seem to have a few game breakers. DeJuan Bell, remember him, was the outstanding receiver DB who put on a show in the Border Bowl a few years back.
Keon West.
Oh, yeah. Keon West, who racked up a ton of receptions. I think he had over about 60 catches his senior year. Brown's going to throw it, and he got a man, and it's caught. He zipped that one. That's Braylon Jackson, and he runs backwards and ends up losing some yardage. There is a flag down on the field. And Jackson lost about 4 yards running backwards trying to get to the outside. Yeah, Brown put a little extra zip on that football.
Yeah, you like him trying to make a play there, but trying to do a little too much.
I had a coach in college, an assistant coach, and that's what he always used to tell us. If you did something like that, a play where you're trying, he always said,
10 yards from the end of the run.
If you do something like that,
3
something
plays,
I don't teach,
down.
you better hope it works. If it works, I ain't going to say a word. But when it doesn't work, I'm going to chew you out.
We'll see. I mean, not only does the reversing of the field is what helped create the penalty also like that.
So Colson Brown at QB. 6:40 to go, and North Augusta needs 2 scores. Here's Curry. And that's the problem. Curry's a great asset, no question, but it's going to take you a while to score doing that. They need to come up with some sort of big play. We said they had to use Curry to set up some deep throws downfield. They haven't been able to connect with those deep throws. Tay Washington made the one catch on a deep throw, and that's it.
Curry up to 93 yards now, 23 carries.
Colson rolling out. And that pass is
great catch.
If he caught that, that was a great catch because it is caught. That is Wilcher, and that is a heck of a catch on the sidelines right in front of the North Augusta bench. Yeah, Wilcher, the number 84, a senior wide out.
Yeah, definitely the catch of the night to be able to make that dive and catch and keep his feet in bounds.
Yeah, we saw so many good catches last week with the freshman Marquise Fobbs at Grovetown. And this is a different back, I believe, in the game.
No, that's Curry.
Oh, is it Curry? Yeah, it is Curry. Yeah, Marquise Fobbs last week. Well, he caught two that counted, and he caught one that didn't, and all three were insane. It was just, I made him one of my nominees for Player of the Week. You know, kind of others, top performers, and 3 catches, 43 yards. You're thinking, how great could it be? But he deserved it because he made some special catches. And that was when they were trying to put the game away a little bit, and he helped do that. We'll take a timeout here. North Augusta on the move, but they trail it 13-0. We'll come back with the final 5:45 on Game Night Live in a moment. And there you see the measurement. It is a first down for North Augusta as we return here on Game Night Live for the finals half quarter here, just under the halfway point of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Curry picked up that first down. He's over 100 yards now on 24 carries.
Yeah, 20, but that's the thing with him. You're going to get, 4 or 5 yards a carry, and that's great. But when you need quick scores, because they need 2 of them here in the final 5.5 minutes, at some point, Colson Brown is going to have to connect downfield, on a play with one of his receivers.
Not sure what the North Augusta coach is questioning the officials about.
And again, this game will be rebroadcast at noon on WJBF News Channel 6 Sunday.
So you got 5, kind of reset it for you. They're going to have a first and 10 on the 43. They need 2 touchdowns here, and they got 5:45 to do it. And we got 3 timeouts left.
And they're still trying to get things straight. Not sure exactly what's going on. Like I said, at the conclusion of the game, our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game.
5 minutes and 50 seconds. The clock will start. Am I ready for play?
Well,
I guess that's what it was about when they didn't stop the clock quick enough when they came out to measure.
Was it before though? Because it was 5:43 when we went, or 5:45, excuse me, when we went to break. Interesting. They got maybe 5 extra seconds.
I mean, North Texas coach is still not happy. He's almost out to the numbers.
It was 5:45 when we went to break, so they're getting an extra 5 seconds. Now, at the rate they're going, I don't know if that's going to help them. They got to get moving in a hurry. This has been their best drive tonight, probably. They're inside the 45. Brown's going to throw it. Looking downfield this time. He's got a man. It's Wilcher, and it is a touchdown. We said he's going to have to pick up a play downfield, and he does it right on cue. Colson Brown to a Wilcher who kind of turned around and made the catch. Look at this. Yeah, Wilcher. And he had the freshman on him. So Caleb Simpkins has been hit or miss. He had the 91-yard interception return for a score. There he gives up a big play as the Jackets get on the board.
Yeah, we were looking for somebody at the wide receiver position to step up and make some plays, and he had the incredible catch on the sideline and the deep touchdown there.
Amari Wilcher with the touchdown catch. Long throw by Brown, and on to tack on the extra point is Stevens. And, I'm going to make an assumption just because he looks just like him and he's wearing the same number. That's got to be the younger brother of Drew Stevens, who's kicking at Iowa, Jack Stevens. Came on and booted that through.
Now how much, when you look back, and we talked about that extra point, it was still a lot of time left.
Yeah.
It could be huge.
And it looked like North Augusta was not going to score at all, and now all of a sudden. And also, what about almost giving away, kind of trying some trick plays and not throwing the ball away? You gave away not only a scoring opportunity, but you gave the ball back to North Augusta and you kept them in the game. You said it right when the play happened. You've kept them in the game now. And, man, we got ourselves a ball game all of a sudden. There is 5:43 left. North Augusta about to kick it off to Strom Thurmond.
Yeah, I think this is way too early to try anything here on this kick. I think
So Matt's saying that Strom Thurmond's coaching staff telling some of the up guys to don't just catch the ball, fair catch the ball. Stevens, who did kick the opening, his first kickoff, the opening kickoff of the game, he kicked it down near the goal line.
Now, I would take my chances if you had a kicker who could pooch it, because there's definitely a huge gap between the 35 and the 10.
A lot of football left in this one. 5:43 on our Burke Health kickoff here. And he is going to pooch it, just a little too short. And wait a second. Yeah, I was going to say, he fair caught it, and then it looked like he tried to run with it. That was Kennard.
Yeah. Got to be careful. That's
that could be a penalty. Kennard has been quiet. He caught the first two passes of the game, but hasn't done a whole lot since on offense. So now Quan Edwards, the junior QB, will come on and try and put a drive together and try to ice this football game. But North Augusta's defense, I'm sure, thinking otherwise. Amir Young earlier came up with the interception that set up that drive. And then, you look at your big player. He's probably the top guy in that secondary, a senior, made a play. And then your quarterback, a senior, going to a senior wide receiver. The veterans taking up picking up the team here for North Augusta. They're going to set up a screen pass. And that's Bryant.
That's 88 there on the tackle.
So Bryant, who's had a busy night, not a lot of big plays, but a ton of great of short plays that receptions and running after the catch.
Yeah, I got him for 4 catches for 58, but a couple of those catches he had were called back for penalties.
I was going to say, yeah, it seemed like he had about 7 or 8, but he did have a few called back. So here we go. They're going to pitch this one and we've got a flag down as Lewis Lee runs for nice yardage.
It's a big penalty here.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding penalty in all likelihood. Yeah, they just trying to seal that edge, and Lewis Lee limping off the field. They will likely bring, actually, it's not Blocker coming in. Instead, it's number 4, Trey Clark.
Formation issue. Yeah.
So it was a formation thing, not a hold.
He threw it really quick there.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot, replay, second down.
Yep. Strom Thurmond has, their injuries have been self-inflicted tonight. They have definitely had some penalties and miscues and fumbles and turnovers that have hurt them for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like in the flow of the game that they've been the better team.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this time
yeah,
tonight.
they look like the better team.
North Augusta's about to get a chance maybe to steal one and run out of here with a victory.
Oh, man, they would be stealing one because, I think Strom Thurmond has looked like the better team, but they haven't been able to put them away. And North Augusta, like you said, they're right here in the thick of it. And they give it to Bryant. Bryant's trying to get the outside. He's not going to be able to. Great effort by number 37, Jaquez Ryans. We haven't called his name at all tonight. And now Bryant's slow to get up, but man, Jaquez Ryan's able to stay with him there. Bryant says, I'm staying in the game. Leave me alone.
3rd and 10. Great job by number 37 there for North Augusta, getting his teammates calmed down.
Well,
he
also is the one who made the tackle, Jaquez Ryan's. First time we called his name tonight.
We cannot take a boneheaded 15-yard penalty here.
So Edwards going to throw. Got a man, and not sure if the DB was able to tip that or not. That was Dante Bell. He may have got a hand on it. Either way, it's incomplete. Hit could not make the catch.
Penalty in the backfield on the offense.
I wonder, did they hit the quarterback late?
A hold.
No, it's going to be a hold on Strom Thurmond.
North Augusta's going to get the ball back.
Yeah, North Augusta should decline this and just get the punt unit on for Strom Thurmond.
Holding on the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So North Augusta with Tay Washington at about the 36-yard line to return this punt. North Augusta is going to get great field position for about, they should have about 3:25 to go when they get the ball. Let's see.
Yeah, this is where you can definitely see the old momentum. Definitely has swung over to North Augusta. The defense was very fired up on that possession.
Dallas hit.
I think North Augusta had too many players on the field. I don't know if they got a timeout.
Dallas hit, who's been hit or miss on these punts tonight. He had a couple of great ones, a couple of ones he'd love a chance to redo.
5-yard penalty. Now that's huge. If you jump off sides here, they get a 1st down.
Dallas hit. I would try to kick it away from Washington. I were Strom Thurmond. And he kicks it. It's a good one. Washington catches it though. Oh, and a nice little fake by Washington. He's going to be drugged down. And that was Michael Blocker who got him.
Well, they had too many men on the previous punt, and they got the penalty, and they had 10 on the field that time.
Well, you said that because somebody ran off the field.
Two
as
ran
you were
off,
saying.
yeah.
I was going to say, and then I saw a second player, 32, Dante Bell, running off the field as well.
It's one way you don't get a penalty if you only have 10.
It's true.
I wouldn't advise him.
I would not advise it. So let's see if Colson Brown can come up with another big play. They got time. And I said they'd have 3:25. They have 3:26.
I don't think Colson's on the field. I don't think the wide receiver that made all the plays is on the field.
He's rolling out to his right. That's been kind of their MO, and he's going to throw that one away.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what we were wanting him to do earlier.
Yeah, and there's another flag down. Getting sloppy here in the second half.
Illegal man downfield.
While they're getting that set up, let's go down on the field for an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report with Matt Lane.
And just like you were just saying, getting a little sloppy here, this is kind of a perfect opportunity for North Augusta to maybe catch Strom Thurmond sleeping a little bit, connecting on that huge touchdown pass. He can definitely get it there, so we'll see if Strom Thurmond has a little bit of the rust knocked off here.
Thanks, Matt. And see what North Augusta is going to try to do here. DJ Curry in there with his quarterback, Colson Brown. They got to go a long way here in the final 3 minutes. And here's DJ Curry with a big run. Oh, man. Still on his feet. What a run. The freshman, Caleb Simpkins, finally brings him down, but he runs it all the way up across the 45. Look at this effort by DJ Curry. And look at the collision right there. And Curry just runs right through it. And Caleb Simpkins holding on for dear life. The freshman makes the tackle.
It's a great call to pop a run there. Now you got Wilcher back in the game up at the top.
Yeah, Wilcher, who caught the touchdown. They're going to give it to Curry again. This time he's going to still just pushes the pile.
Still gets 4 or 5 yards.
And Darius Simpkins in on the tackle, along with number 20, Izzy Glanton.
Got 2.5 minutes left. Still got all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, they got all their timeouts. And Curry, and he's going to be stuffed for a loss. Big play, and that's Juju. Juju Stevens has been outstanding tonight.
Timeout.
So they call timeout to the Yellow Jackets. Again, Juju Stevens and Izzy Glanton have been great. I don't know that you make them offense. They've done it on both sides of the ball a little bit in special teams. Each of them. Think about it. Juju had the long return. Izzy Glanton made the great play on defense on the punt. They've both made plays on both sides of the ball. And then, of course, you got Caleb Simpkins, who had the touchdown interception return for the score. So, I don't know. On offense, we could flip a coin here, but do you go with somebody from the losing team, DJ Curry, as the winner?
You could. He's definitely had a good night. Bryant's definitely had a decent night also.
Yeah, Bryant's been good, and the QB's been up and down a little bit. Man, it's just hard not to reward Juju Stevens' effort, and also, for that matter, Glanton. Dallas Hitt had the touchdown on the first score.
Yeah, this is where you definitely want to see some maturity from your quarterback. If this is only third down, if it's not there, you got to get rid of this ball. Can't take a sack.
Yeah, you got 2 plays to get it, and you got to understand that. 2:16 to go in the game. North Augusta down 6. They hand it off.
Fumbled the ball.
And it's fumbled. Second fumble of the night for Curry. It is recovered by Strom Thurmond, number 12, Chase Brightheart. So Chase Brightheart recovers it with 2:09 to go. The Rebels get the ball back, and DJ Curry is going to be sick. 2 fumbles tonight from a guy that usually is super sure-handed. And let's see. Oh, yeah, the big fella. I'm trying to see the number that got it. One of the big defensive end, number 50. It was number 50 for Strom Thurmond, Jaden Culbreth, who stripped the football, and Brightheart recovers it. And Strom Thurmond, who hasn't run it that much tonight, I imagine we'll see some runs now, though, as they try to run the clock.
Yeah, you gave the old punch right on the football.
Yeah, just right on. Yeah, you're right. Hit it just on the perfect spot. They're going to hand. Oh, and blocker is hit in the backfield. Great play made by, who was that? Was 37 again, I think. Yeah, yes. It was. Making some plays here late in the game, and that's 37, Jaquez Ryans. As a linebacker, it's so fun when you blitz and you hit the gap, and it's right where they're running the football.
Yeah, I mean, just when you think North Augusta's out of lives, a quick stop here, and they're going to get one more chance.
Yeah, and like you said, they've got timeouts. I think they've got 2 left.
Yeah, they've got 2 timeouts, and the clock's running here, so they're definitely going to use them after they get a stop here on 2nd and 3rd down.
And they hand it off. Again, Jaquez Ryans comes through and is able to stuff them for a loss.
Timeout, North Augusta.
So the minute 17 and North Augusta stops the clock. Jaquez Ryans coming alive. If North Augusta wins this thing, DJ Curry and Jaquez Ryan have put their name in the hat for the McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game.
I mean, that's scary with the fact that they've already fumbled 2 exchanges tonight.
Yeah. Minute 17 to go. Strom Thurmond leads their rivals, North Augusta, 13-7. 34th meeting between the 2 teams.
Yeah, I don't even think I run that type of play. I think it's more of a direct snap to the quarterback and just let him get what he can get here.
Yeah, we've seen the quarterback slide, and he's been injured. I don't know that you want to get him hurt. But you're right, they don't go under center. And, well, they've obviously just decided we're not going to move the ball. Let's just run some clock. But North Augusta can stop it again. They've got one more timeout. And so if you're Strom Thurmond, I guess you just take that, punt it away, and hope you are able to stop them. Do they take a shot at it downfield?
They've been aggressive tonight.
They have been super aggressive.
But the problem is I don't think you can do that. You got to force them to use that last timeout.
Yeah, they're not in this lineup or this formation. It doesn't look like that's the game plan. And they're going to pitch it. And how about this? Nice run, but it's going to be short of the first down, of course. Picks up about 4 or 5.
As a Florida State fan, you saw the pitch there.
Oh, yeah.
Flashbacks.
Definitely scared me. So Strom Thurmond has the lead. We're down to 1:11.
Yeah, so are you trying to set up some kind of return here, or is this an all-out block effort?
You know, I think you come after it. I mean, you know, in high school football, there's so much more of a chance for a bad snap or a snap, you know, just not perfect that slows down the punter. I think you come after it.
I think you do too, because I know they've had a couple of big plays, but I don't know that if he pins this ball deep that you have belief you're going to go 90 yards in a minute.
Yeah. That extra point, though, still kind of creeping in maybe as a big play in this game. So let's see what Dallas Hitt can do. He had a good punt last time. Tay Washington's back at his own 25-yard line.
Do they not have 10 on the field again?
And the play is blown dead. Well, Matt's pointing out that the horn is blown before the play. The horn's blown about 25 times in the game. It's
Brother snap.
very
False
odd
start
that
on
they
the
keep
kicking
blowing
team.
this horn.
5 yard. Replay the down.
If I'm a visiting team, I'm wanting to put a stop to that.
Yeah, so they finally brought another guy out there. They finally have 11.
I mean, the horn has gone off numerous times throughout this game, and it's just random times, and a couple have affected maybe the start of the play. So Dallas Hitt will punt it. He gets it off. It's a low liner, but it's going to bounce, and Washington's going to pick it up, but he's not going to be able to run very far. Bryant, and also he got some help from a teammate, number 15, Whit Miller, makes the tackle. So North Augusta will have the football, but a long way to go.
Yep, they got 1 minute and 2 seconds and no timeouts.
Yeah, they're out of timeouts. 62 seconds to go, and they got a long way to go to tie this thing up or possibly win it. The ball is just across the 20-yard line at the 22.
Tay Washington has been their most popular receiver tonight. He's got 8 catches for 65 yards.
And they're going to throw to the
Right
outside, and Tay Washington does make the catch, his 9th of the game, and he goes out of bounds. Well, they also only ran off 5 seconds on that play.
Yeah, I think if you're Strom Thurmond, though, you're happy with that. You'll give them that 5
You'll
yards.
give them that all day for sure. So the fans for Strom Thurmond chanting defense, and North Augusta's hoping for a miracle comeback.
Confusion here for North Augusta on where to get lined up.
Brown rolling to the opposite side you'd expect. And, a beautiful throw. Now the clock's going to keep running, though. He's in bounds.
That's where you got to get up and clock it.
Yeah, they got to hurry up and line up. The catch was made by number 13 for the Jackets, Connor Brown, and rolling against his, throwing against his body. That was one of the better throws he made tonight.
It was a great throw and catch. He took a shot after he caught it, but held on.
The clock is down to 39 seconds. Now they're going to have to start going downfield. He was thought about throwing. Now he's going to take a sack. They got to hurry up and get it lined up. He's yelling for everybody to get back. The receivers are streaking back down the field. They've got to get set so they can stop the clock. 22 seconds, 20 seconds.
You can't.
And they're going to stop it.
There used to be an issue with spiking it.
Yeah, they changed the rule.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah, the rule used to be if you were in a shotgun formation, you could not spike the football to stop the clock. That rule changed a couple of years back.
Yeah, I think that changed on the high school level just because some of these teams just never go under center. So 16
seconds left. North Augusta, no timeouts. The ball is at the 38-yard line. They got to go 62 yards in 16 seconds.
Yeah, so theoretically you want to get something around midfield so you at least have a chance on a Hail Mary. Back shoulder, no.
Incomplete. That'll stop it with 11 seconds. Well,
yeah, so I'm still looking for something. I want something on the sideline here around midfield, so you'll have a Hail Mary.
To give yourself a heave to the end zone. You're right.
I don't think he can get it there.
We saw App State do it last week. Can the Jackets do it? 11 seconds to go. Thrilling finish here in what has been an odd football game. They're going to throw to the sidelines. Back on, it's incomplete. It is incomplete. So it's 4th down. Or was that 4th down? Yeah, that's it. I thought that was 3rd.
So you had the catch on the sideline.
Yeah.
Which was a 1st down. Well, you had the spike in there as well.
Oh, that's right, the spike. So Strom Thurmond gets the football with 6 seconds, and they will be able to take a knee and win this football game. 13-7 is going to end up being your final score, barring something crazy happening. And we've got to decide our players of the game. I think defense. I think defense. You got to go with. I think I know. We're trying to secretly give these out, but I think you got to go there for that. And then offensively. Let's go down to the field. Strom Thurmond wins. We'll discuss that. Matt Lane has the victorious coach.
Tight win there at the end, Coach. Pretty good for a rivalry game, huh?
Take them how you can get them. I think the fans got their money's worth tonight. Played good at times, sloppy at times, but never complained about a win.
And we said this earlier, for a 7-0 game at halftime, it was still rather entertaining. A lot of big plays, but not a lot on the scoreboard. What'd you tell your team at halftime to try to get them pepped up for the second half?
Fourth quarter is going to be won with focus and discipline. And, we knew all week we prepared for a 4-quarter game. And, we were fortunate enough to make some plays in the end on focus and discipline.
3-2 so far on the year. How do you feel like your team's performing? Where would you assess them?
Well, we've gotten better every week. We've won 3 in a row. We're nowhere where we need to be, but we're better than where we were. And, we'll go watch this film, celebrate the heck out of this, and get ready for conference play on Monday.
Go enjoy it with your team, Coach.
Thank you, buddy.
Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Matt. Well, look, we had some tough choices to make for players of the game. And certainly I want to mention a couple that might not get it but played great. Juju Stevens was outstanding. Izzy Glanton was outstanding. The quarterback Edwards played well. Blocker played well for North Augusta. DJ Curry played well. Jaquez Ryans. But we will have the players of the game, the McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game, for you in just a moment. Nathan, your thoughts on this one for Strom Thurmond?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Turnovers were definitely big for them on offense, and really they allowed North Augusta to hang around in this game where you felt like they kind of had control over it, but then got a little scary there at the end, and North Augusta had a chance to pull it out.
Well, the North Augusta squad now falls to 1-5, and that is just and they play South Aiken, who's 1-5 next week.
Good news if you're North Augusta, you're 1-5, but new season starts next week.
I was just about to say it's region play next week. That's all that matters. And on top of that, you're playing a South Aiken team. Your offense is struggling. Well, their defense is struggling mightily. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the offensive and defensive players of the game from McDonald's.
Hey, thank you for joining us on the field. We're actually trying to run our offensive player down real quick. You can pop on this side. Yeah, sorry. All right. Gregory?
Yes, sir.
We'll have you standing right here. All righty. I'm here with Tom Powers here for McDonald's Offensive and Defensive Players of the Game. The guys celebrating with their teammates here. A big rivalry win, 13-7 here at Strom Thurmond High School. Want to hand out some hardware really quick. We're going to hand out for the Defensive Player of the Game, number 30, Caleb Simpkins. Played terrific all over the place, making tackles and plays. And then number 11, Gregory Bryant, our Offensive Player of the Game here at Strom Thurmond High School. A terrific win. Really quick, not a ton of scoring in this game,
yes, sir.
but it seemed like there were a bunch of big plays.
Oh, yes, sir. We just had to come out here and execute, and we know we was going to win. Just had to keep pushing it.
Now, they got that touchdown later when they had that nice pass on the sideline. What was the team saying when they connected on that?
We were saying we just got to keep going, let it be behind us, and we good. Just keep pushing.
And I got to ask you, man, how tired are you? You were all over the field tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very.
But y'all look like a pretty good unit, as keeping them to 7 points, so that's pretty good.
Yes, sir.
What went into your thought during the week of having a quarterback that can throw it pretty far so you don't want him to get behind you on defense?
I just read my keys, stay deep, do what Coach taught me all week.
Another terrific win here at Strom Thurmond High School, 13-7. The Rebels get the win tonight.
All right, thanks a lot, Matt. And let's get to our congrats, by the way, to the freshman, Caleb Simpkins, Defensive Player of the Game, 91-yard interception return, and Gregory Bryant. Now let's get to our QBs by the quarter. They are presented by Culpeper Ace Hardware and Lumber Company in Evans. Nathan?
Yeah, Quan Edmond for Strom Thurmond finished the night 15 of 28 for 133 yards, had 2 interceptions. And then on the other side, Colson Brown. Colson Brown was 17 of 32 for 171, 1 touchdown and 1 interception.
All right, that's your QBs by the quarter. We got some other winners tonight for you. How about our East Central Health District hit of the game tonight? Let's take a look, and I think I know what this one is. Juju Stevens over the middle, and Amari Young flying through the air as he hit the big fella. What a play. That was great work by the camera crew there. And then our Powerade play of the game, and I think I know what this one might be as well. I'll take a stab anyway. Let's see, our Powerade play of the game tonight, and it was the interception return, and there it was. Stepped in front of the receiver, and he goes 91 yards, the freshman, Caleb Simpkins, and that gave Strom Thurmond the 13-0 lead, and that ended up being the game winner as they win 13-7. Congrats to that young man. Now, it was an up-and-down night. He had some miscues. He's a ninth grader, though, but he stepped up and made a big play when his team needed it. So, phenomenal job for him, and congrats to the young man. All right, that's going to do it. Strom Thurmond improves to 3-2, as you heard their coach, Andrew Webb, say. They've won 3 games in a row and riding high right now coming off this win, and then they gear up for region play. And the same thing for North Augusta. Not riding high, but they're gearing up for region play, which is the important thing, as they take on South Aiken next week, and we will be there for that contest. Folks, we've had an awesome time here. Nathan, terrific job. I want to thank Nathan Edwards, also, of course, Matt Lane down on the field, and our entire WJBF crew. Tremendous job tonight on a beautiful night for football here at Strom Thurmond, where the Rebels get a victory 13-7 over their arch rivals from North Augusta. Thanks again to all of our great Game Night Live sponsors, McDonald's, and the entire group. You see them, make sure when you are out and about in town and you stop by one of those locations, you thank them for bringing you high school football each and every week right here on WJBF Meet TV. And also don't forget the rebroadcast Sunday at noon on WJBF News Channel 6. Thanks a lot, folks. Everybody have a great night.